Anyway, we are back with more of Hellboy. Hell Dad? Hell Dad. I think it's Hell Dad. He's old now. He has no eyes, just so everyone knows. They were surgically removed. And he's got a fat ass. I made sure to put it in the tweet so everyone knew he had a giant ass. It actually does not help him defeat any bosses. His hitbox is vastly worse, and it's a challenge mode. That's what we're doing. We're doing a challenge mode. Fat Dumper challenge mode. And we're also going off to No Man's Wharf. I also realize I have no torch, so I'm going to stumble my way over there with very limited lighting, unfortunately. So we're going to try. I have a little bit of self-illumination, which I think I've been through here 5 bajillion times, so... Oh, got an item. Nice. You love to see it. Monastery Charm. I also actually did a thing with Streamlabs, or slabs. So now when people follow, there will actually be an audible sound, an alert of sorts, if you will. Oh shit. Hey. Nope. Alright, baby. Got him. Let's see. I think there's items over here. Hopefully audio is good. I have not altered anything from yesterday after figuring it out. So, fingers crossed. Last time I literally streamed for 40 minutes with absolute silence for the viewer. And they couldn't even see what was on screen. So, this is already a massive improvement. Wait, hold on. Wait, was this the right door? Yeah, this is the right door. Okay. Alright, last stream we got the Fire Longsword up to +5. Coming from... Last stream was just honestly a disaster. It was just... I had broken weapons. I was power stancing broken weapons. It was great. No. Get shit on. Oh, you got a little bit left. Okay. Yoink. Oh, is this... And... I wanted to say Undead Bone Shard, but I know it's not that. Sublime Bone Dust, right? Yes. Good. My flask needed it. This flask was rough. We're going this way. I didn't need the torch, as it turns out. Not even a little bit. I got this place mapped in my mind. Alright. Let's go. Not like the streamer said, I didn't mean it like that. Let's go! I didn't mean that. Also, you can tell the lighting mod is doing the work here. It looks beautiful. Texture mod, not gonna show up on Twitch. I know that already. No, ain't no way that's gonna happen. I've made peace with that. And I am simply here to show off the lighting mod, because it's fantastic and amazing. And everyone who's playing Dark Souls 2 on PC with Scholar. Oh, actually, I just realized it's not worth it to kill these guys. It's not worth it at all. I don't have a fragrant branch of yore. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I'm so blind. Okay, hold on. Alright. Get to the bonfire. Oh, beautiful. It's going to illuminate this so... Oh, look at that lighting. Come on. that's just a dream right there. Wait, what is this way? Is this the official way to... I can't see a fucking thing. Oh my god. Anyway, let's sit at the bonfire. Yeah, okay. Right. Let's see. We can level up. We should probably go do that. That seems reasonable. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that, because I need to burn the sublime bone. That's what I thought. I was like, hold on a second. No way. Alright, let's go level up and use our bone dust, which is just, well, it's as it sounds. It's bone dust from other... I think it's bone dust from like a legendary adventurer. I think that's the lore, right? Some force to strengthen the Estus Flask. I would agree. I would largely agree. Let's get that. Pippity poppity this one. Okay. At work right now, so my internet is shit. Have a good stream though. Hell yeah, thank you then, DS. Bad internet at work. That's just the worst. Come on, guys. Although there was, I don't know, I've worked at some places that had just the absolute worst Wi-Fi of all time. It's like dial-up, essentially. Alrighty. Okay, we're not leveling ADP. We know that. I need to have some challenge. Well, I mean, actually, I died a lot last time, so... Yeah, vitality... What about a little endurance? Okay, let's level it up. Okay, let's go back to the wharf, and I'm gonna blindly walk my way through it. There is that friendly guy that just holds a torch for you, which is really embarrassing to admit that I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was friendly until my last playthrough. So it's only like 250 hours later that I went, oh, I didn't have to kill him. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's struggle bus our way through here. And I'm hoping that someone drops a torch. Or I can loot it. Ow. Okay, see, I'm not going to be able to see anything. Okay, bitch. What you guys don't know. Bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's roll it back. Let's roll it back. First death. I got the first death out of the way. Now it is a no death run. To be fair, I wasn't hit on that. I think. Oh my god, I cannot see. Okay. I've been here enough times. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. No. Let me get myself. Well, actually, hold on. Let me post on the Discord that I'm live. That seems like a good idea. Right? That's a good idea. Alright, hold on. Nope, wrong button. Okay. I have posted. I have done the things. I even posted on Threads. I am part of the Zuck Fest. Let's hope no one actually calls it that. That seems even... Well, Zuck might like that. He seems weird. Okay, I gotta turn up the illumination here. I can't see a goddamn thing. Alright, let me turn that on. Ow, ow, hey, hey. Okay. I got a little bit more. I'm rolling now. Ah, good, cool. There we go. Now we're making progress. Sick. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna speed run the wharf. Did it. Alright, sweet. Alright, do not break the... Shit. Yeah, this place is just gonna scare the shit out of me. I already know it. Especially when I get to those weird long arm people. Oh, no thanks. Alright. Is that what it's called? Alright, let's stay up here for a second. Item. Please, I would forego all souls if I could just, like, farm torches for a second. Yo, from Software, what up? What's up, Red? What up? Welcome in. Installing my high-res textures right now. Well, only 1080. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have a GPU that's got some lower VRAM. Yeah, this texture pack is... It's the one downside of it. It's pretty fat. But then again, there's actually been a lot of cases where people have... that I didn't think would be able to run it. Surprisingly, they have, you know? One thing, I've actually had some comments on the Nexus mods. Yeah, the download time is killing me with the massive. Yeah, it's bad. And then specifically, I've had a lot of comments of people going, "Hey man, can you know, upload like a torrent link?" And that is a fair request. I was like, yeah, that's true, because I'm not a paid member of Nexus mods. I used to be, but then I unsubscribed. Because I ended up forgetting I was subscribed for like a year. So I finally went, alright, dog, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Even though I was using it. But then again, my time I don't think is that important. So I was like, fuck it. I'll wait around, I'll make a ham sandwich when my mods are downloading, that's fine. But I totally see how it could be fucking annoying for people. So I'll work on the torrent. I think combined with OBS, it's gonna be sluggish anyways. Yeah, yes. Good old OBS. I actually wasn't sure how my stream would look because my PC isn't really that good compared to a lot of people, I guess. I don't know. It's a 2060 and a Ryzen 3600, so it's just a super basic ass system. But I followed NVIDIA's recommended settings. But 1080p is going to be great anyways. Yeah, I mean, that's... Someone in the Discord's actually the person who had the idea. Or actually was the creator of the DS2LightingEngine. Rage/Ghana Boy. When he pops up in here usually. Yeah, he had an idea of like, hey, we should probably have a pack for, you know, lower VRAM people. And I went, damn, that is a good idea. So I can't say I had that idea myself. Nemo, hopefully you're okay with me calling you Nemo. What settings are you using for your lighting engine? Yeah. I can't figure out how to make mine look the same. Yes, so I'm pretty sure I know why mine looks the way that it does. And it's a feature of the lighting engine. Let me pull up the UI for you. It's going to be hard to see because you can't actually like make it bigger. Well, you kind of can. Okay, that might be mostly visible, hopefully. So yeah, we'll go from top to bottom here. You know, I have the SMAA, but that's not really going to be the thing that will make it noticeable. Of course, I have the 4K max quality. I'm going to skip to what, because I have not messed with actually any of these like directional scattering distance. I don't really mess with that. What up, Yoshi? What up? Thanks for popping in. Anyone watching me, I'm always just like, that's so nice. I started this and I'm like, I don't know that anyone will watch me, but give it a shot, you know? But yeah, so GTAO, I basically kept what it is. The only thing I checkmarked is affect sunlighting down here. It doesn't make that much of a difference, so I don't think that's what you'll notice. But under post-process settings, the last little line here, this is where you get into really cool stuff. And it's the current color grading. And so by default, this is what the game looks like. And then I have a couple different ones that I think are not actually going to be in your download. Because I had a pre-beta build and they're still there. But I believe you'll have these to choose from. Overcast, evening, generic, and moonlit, or none. So let's do overcast for a second. And you can see it vastly changes the look of the game. It's so cool. And this was done by a guy called, well, his username is Duke Bilgewater. I believe he's on Twitter under that name. He is sick nasty. I think my 1080 textures are working. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's like 6,000 plus textures still for the lower VRAM kit or pack. So yeah, it should actually still be noticeable in a lot of areas. So if we do evening, you can see it kind of brightens things up a little bit. And then we have the generic one, which I think most people will like the generic one. It just alters it a little bit, gives it a little bit more contrast. I personally moved over to the moonlit one. Oh, actually, shit. Let's reset that. And now let's apply the moonlit. Makes it a little darker. But basically, yeah, you can kind of... I would recommend picking your color grading little LUT, or L-U-T, here first. And then you can go through the settings yourself. Because you can really change whatever the hell you want. It's really cool. I haven't, personally, that much. Apply tone map to full game. Like you can change like where the sun is and how bright the sun is. It's so cool. That's why I've had to reiterate, well, not had to, I wanted to, that my mod is simply the cherry on top. The real star of the show, the real secret sauce, is that lighting mod. It's absolutely bananas. Like, I also thought I was going to die there. Hopefully people missed my earlier death. Actually, I don't know why I mentioned that. No one knows that happened. All right. I know this area, right? Maybe I'll do it without the shortcut this time. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the texture mod or issues you're having, there have been some glitches. Yeah, dude, I can't wait till Ganary adds the clouds. Hell yeah, right? Yeah, he was talking about that, and I'm like, dude, that sounds so cool. Every time he like is thinking of a new feature, I'm just like, I'll never understand how you do it, and I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. I don't need to know everything in the world, and he is smarter than I. Well, actually, a really good quote from The Office I always use. I don't really watch the show that much anymore, but I used to watch it all the time. And Michael Scott in one of the episodes was trying to cure rabies or something. And Pam was like, you know, Michael, there are other better people. And I use that all the time for any of my inadequacies. I basically just go, there are other better people. Okay. Holy son of a bitch. Unreal Souls Engine 5. Okay, actually, that reminded me. Have you guys seen, there's a guy who is literally just porting essentially Dark Souls 3 to Unreal Engine 5. Like his first video, he just was showing like the untended graves a little bit, and we're all like, oh cool, he ported it to Unreal Engine, like that's fine. And then this last video he came out with, it's straight up like the whole area, and Firelink Shrine, and the boss fight, and the combat. And now you're starting to get into murky legal territory, where, because he's not releasing it. But if he ever decides to, yeah, that's where Bandai Namco is going to be like, I don't think so, Doug. Looks like my HUD is now transparent. I kind of like it. Oh yeah, I don't think I've done I haven't tried the transparent hub or HUD yet. There's a lot of things I haven't actually tried yet. Hey, so here's my friend. God, look how good the lighting is. God, this mod is just so good. But I like my little buddy. He's just gonna follow me the whole time. One request I would have: could you light the torches for me, my dude? I don't have any torches. And there's no vendor that sells them. Oh, let me talk to Gavlin when I get here, or when I find him. He wheels and deals. He's a man of few words. I'll just be here listening and chatting a little as I grind Fallout. Oh, cool beans. Thank you so much. Oh, fucking shit-ass bit. Okay, can't take my... can't take my eyes off the screen. Oh, my buddy got stuck. You're grinding Fallout. I'm assuming by grinding Fallout, it would be Fallout 76? If I'm correct. Could be wrong. Alright. Let's go in some buildings. Oh, I forgot about the dogs. Oh, they didn't even see what's coming. Nice. Alright. What should I call this guy? Jeff? Carl? Dwayne? Like... I don't know. Not a very soulsy name, but, you know. He looks like a Carl, right? Yeah, I got roped back into this mess of a game. Yeah, I tried it once, but admittedly when I first tried it, it was actually already way past launch. Like, I remember the uproar of you know, criticism against it for not having any NPCs, I think, originally or something. I hear it's actually really good now. I could be wrong, but I've generally been hearing positive things. Like they've fixed a lot, they've expanded it, a lot of content, and you know, if you want new Fallout stuff, that's the place to go. Oh shit, ass bitch. Thing is that your colors are so clean and sharp, but not too contrasty, while mine are foggy-ish, like a dirty camera lens. Really? Sorry if I'm being annoying. Oh, no, you're not being annoying at all. No, I'm actually really happy to troubleshoot anything to do with the lighting engine of the mod, or my texture thing. Yeah. The more people who can experience it, the better in my mind. You know, it always makes me happy when someone posts like a comment on Reddit. They're like, "Oh my God, I saw your video and I'm gonna try out the game for the first time." Like, nothing makes me happier than that. Where they're like, you know, I heard some negative things, so I skipped it, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot, and I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna try not to, like, fucking eat it here. I'm trying to read the comments, because I always like chatting with you guys. The combination of new lighting together with the upscaled textures is seriously magical. Outstanding work. Thank you very much. Yeah, mine is just the small contribution of the textures. It just took a long time, but it's the lighting engine that is the next level thing. Like, I'm so happy that people are required to download the lighting engine because it's that good. Like, it's the new default. I genuinely think. Okay, I do good damage though. It's great when it doesn't crash, is all I'll say. Yes, I completely agree with that. Because I remember when they first announced it, and you know, I'm a pretty big Bethesda guy, or I used to be back in the day with like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and then I've kind of been out of it for a while. But their engine is admittedly hot trash. I mean, that's why their games are buggy, which is sort of endearing, to be honest. But when they announced the game, they're like, it's going to be an MMO and still based on our engine. I was like, I don't think adding network, MMO style networking to your chicken wire and duct tape game engine. And of course, it turns out now that, yeah, that was a big part of the problem, is that they were struggling with their engine. Getting some flickering looking off of Ornstein's Cathedral back at Heidi's. Really? It's honestly so much work that you guys are putting into this mod, so it's good that there are small bugs. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely, yeah. We got some bugs. I fixed a few today. If anyone missed it, which I don't blame you if you did, I wasn't really good at telling people at all, other than individually replying to comments. I did add a patch file to the Nexus Mods listing for the white dots. Like, as I get reports, I'm kind of individually going and fixing the armor sets, which is kind of it kind of sucks because I feel like I don't have a particularly good option, because the main way to fix it is to actually go into the folder and remove like 4 different little DDS files. So me updating the pack doesn't do anything for anyone, because if they overwrite, those files will still be there. So it kind of sucks. That's why what I did is the patch file is actually what I did is I basically got the original DDS files for the specific textures that are having issues, and I put those in a pack. So now when they overwrite it, it will technically be the base ones, but they will overwrite the incorrect ones. It's a long-winded explanation, but essentially that is a good way. Is there a way to get your LUT maybe? No, so Nemo, honestly, yeah, I'm not sure why it's looking so washed out. Yeah, because my LUTs are not, I haven't modified them at all based on the ones that, it's actually the exact same LUT that you should have. Because yeah, I haven't added any special ones or done any of the sliders really. I really just did DS2LE Moonlit. And you were saying that it was like washed out, which like if I apply this one, you can kind of see that yeah, it's a little less contrasty. If you go to the Discord, you can, if you post like a screenshot, we can help you out with that. I'd be really curious if like, yeah, like the Moonlit one, and then if you send a screenshot, and then of course if you can screenshot maybe the settings here, there might be, it's kind of a complicated little process, so I don't blame anyone for having settings that are weird, and I need to make the instructions better for the mod, to be honest. Like, I think they're not great. I made them pretty quick, so that's on me. Thank you for pointing out where to turn off the vortex option. Yes, I stumbled upon that, and I went, oh my god, because I have done modding in the past, not that often, but yes, that is one where I've learned to basically don't let them use a mod manager, specifically with things like this where the mod manager's not going to know what to do, and that's not the mod manager's fault. You know, it wasn't built to know the file system for the lighting engine. Like, that's just not something they should have to worry about. Man, I do good damage. I am coming here a little bit late. Ass bitch taint. Oh, sorry. I gotta remember, I curse too much. I curse when I play the game. And now that I'm on Twitch, I'm like, you know, some people might not enjoy that. Some people will, but I don't want to, like, make people run away. Oh, get out. Mortal Crux followed me? Dude, that's insane. I've been following that indie game project for months now. It looks insane. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. I've literally, every tweet that you've been posting, I'm like, I love it. I love it. I need it. I want it. Please, everybody, wish list this. It's so good. I'm usually not like an isometric-ish style player. I think the last one I really played was like Diablo 2, I'm gonna be honest. Or The Sims, if that counts. But it's a Souls-like, right? And that, to me, like, that's the gateway drug. I'll play anything that's a Souls-like. I'm a hoe for that, so. Thanks, man. Your texture mods look great, dude. Thank you so much. That's so nice. It's so surreal to, like, the other game I've been following a lot, and if you guys haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. Crystalla. It's an Unreal Engine 5 Souls-like style action RPG kind of game. A lot of stuff, but it looks fucking awesome. And they started following me and liking my stuff, and I'm like, that, I don't know what to do with that. That's just, it's just weird to me. I hope I don't get used to it, right? I don't want to be that person that just goes, yeah, of course they follow me. I'm pretty cool, you know? I don't want to be that guy. Also, it runs in my family that we all have imposter syndrome. Horribly. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Why am I hearing a heartbeat? Is there always a heartbeat in this area? One thing I'm concerned about is... Oh, okay, let me read this comic, because that one looks cool. Is that the whole thing is entirely compatible with online play. I've heard some conflicting reports. Ooh, yes, let's talk about that. I'm gonna close that first. Because I do want to address that. That's actually one of the most important things about the mod. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm just hearing a bunch of noise. Oh, heartbeat is for bleeding? Oh, hell yeah, there you go. Thank you for that. Only thing I'm concerned about is if the whole thing is entirely compatible with online play. I've heard some conflicting reports with a few people allegedly receiving a soft ban because of the mod. Do you believe it is safe to go online with right now? So if you go on my Twitter, which actually... I might pull up my Twitter real quick. You'll still see the game, but you're not going to see my Twitter. I only have game capture on. And the reason I'm doing this is because I do want to answer this question. It's very important, and it means a lot to me, because I do want to make sure people don't... I would never want anyone... but yeah, so Illusory Wall on Twitter. Illusory Wall on Twitter showed that Lord Radai, Radai on Twitter as well, he's very well known in the Souls community. And Illusory Wall posted that Lord Radai is confident it's safe and won't trip the anti-cheat, and he is trustworthy on these matters. So these are people that know better than me. I want to be fully honest about that. From what Rage has told me about the lighting engine, he says it doesn't affect netcode. He's also emulating a GPU, essentially. So like the game's netcode and anti-cheat system isn't aware that it's happening. So like it's not tripping it. And of course my textures are just textures. They have nothing to do with any sort of online play. And I have played online for a week prior to release, and I haven't had an issue. But I have heard of some of these like small soft bans. And what I have been telling people in every comment that people have been asking about, I wanted to make 100% clear that like the people that I know that I can trust are saying it is, you know, safe, but I also cannot give 100% guarantee with any Souls modding. That's just kind of the standard thing, because as we know, their engine's wonky. Their engine's a little weird, you know, how they function's a little... Their online is essentially like, I swear to God, it's just like a notepad file connected to the internet. The soft bans are like so strange from what I know. Yeah, I don't know. But I do want to just make sure people know that like, I'm not 100% promising you'll never get soft banned. All I know is that they generally, the mods do not affect netcode. You know, and so that's what the people have told me. But yeah, I do want to keep an eye on that if something comes up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm always just like, I can't guarantee. But from what everyone's told me, so let's Gavlon wheel and deal right here, because I can sell things. I always forget I can sell to this guy. Let's give him the old knight shit, because it's low durability anyway. So who gives a shit? Ooh, I'll sell duplicates. We love to see it. Sorry, Rad. If running the 1080p texture, should I enable 2K or 4K? So I believe either one will work identically. Because what that's actually doing, 4K will just run whatever's in the texture override folder, and the 2K setting. So when Rage described it to me, he basically said that what it's doing is if it basically comes across a 4K texture, it will downscale it automatically to 2K. So in your case with the 1080p version, the engine will just never have to do that. So you should be fine with either setting, realistically. But yeah, I definitely, if you guys get a chance and you I do recommend joining the Discord, because we actually just kind of hang out, share funny things, we're just hanging out. Thank you, definitely makes sense. Perhaps the soft ban users may have inadvertently applied some other mod or change that's triggering the ban. Yeah, so that's actually something, that's a good thing to point out is, you know, I was having an issue, not with network or banning or anything. I was having an issue where I couldn't create a new character. And I ended up doing a fresh install of DS2, and then it was fine. Basically, I have an issue where I download too many mods and I have the same install for too long, and I basically forget what I have installed, what I've partially uninstalled. Okay, well, duly noted on not selling the souls here. He's ripping me off. I don't plan on using the Lloyd's charm thingy. I fight all mimics. I fight all mimics. Let's go kill the... whatever the boss is here. Whatever the boss's name. I've been banned for years. Oh, hell. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, definitely. I usually don't play online, to be honest. I'm one of the weird people that I generally just don't play online. Probably within the last couple of years, because I always have a mod installed that trips anti-cheat, so it just automatically tells me to go offline, and I just go, okay, whatever. But I totally get the people that love online. I totally get that. Oh, there's a chest. Also, hidden wall downstairs. Oh, get out. Okay. Thank you for the tip on that one. There are still hidden walls I have missed in this game. After 300 plus hours, I still find new things every once in a while. Hidden wall downstairs. Really? Okay. I feel kind of bad for killing these people because I know they're on their lunch break. Like, this is just the local watering hole, right? Ow, bitch. Oh, I shouldn't have picked that up. Okay. Okay. Another one of my strange takes is I just despise PvP with a passion. Yeah. That... I think I mostly agree with you on that one, where I'm just like, I could take it or leave it. It's not a big thing for me. Oh, I didn't get the shortcut. Mainly it's because the netcode is so bad and people glitch around, and like FromSoft is obviously not, we know that they're not good with technology, right? And that's fine. We love them. I love them for their jank. That's part of their charm. But their co-op system sucks. Their servers are pretty shitty. But it is what it is. So yeah, like I basically just accept that if I ever am playing online and I get invaded, well, I expect it to be an absolute shit show. That's just... and I also don't even care about dying. 'Cause I'm literally playing a game where that's one of the main mechanics, you know? So... yeah, alright. I need to get back to where I was. Do that. I remember changing my name to impersonate NPC summons. Oh, hell yeah. That's great. Which, this game, I personally think goes a little too hard on NPC summons. Fencer Sharon and, well, really, Armorer Dennis. Armorer Dennis can eat my ass, but not in the good way. You know what I mean, in the bad way. Because Armorer Dennis, that dude has fucked me up more than any NPC in the entire game. Not even close. That guy has my fucking number, and... okay. I just hate trying to get my friends into the game I love and then getting owned by unfair PvP builds. And puts them off. Yes, that is actually a really good point. Because I've had that exact same situation. And that's kind of my favorite thing to do is... I basically... when I got into the Souls game, I got into them very late. I got into them in 2021. After basically just giving up in the 2012. And I became an evangelist. And that's kind of how most of us... that's kind of what happens. We just go, I have to tell people about this. There's something special. Bashful Ray, yeah, that's true. He's cool. We don't mind that guy. He's a homie. He's an ally. I've heard that. Alright. I'm making good progress here. Maybe when I get a chance to test the mod, the safest way would be create another Steam account and run the game with family share. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, don't affect the 300-hour save. Oof. Let's not affect that save. Yeah, I've heard of some people doing that. That is a good call. They can't ban all your accounts. Um, Here's the weird thing. I've inadvertently, like I just forgot, I was playing with there's a mod called DS2 Stamina. I used to use that, and it makes you roll faster and there's less delay between things, but it didn't trip anti-cheat, but it should have, because it's totally unfair. Like, I am better because of that mod. I never got banned though, so I got lucky. But I wasn't doing it for like, I'm gonna be better than all these people. I just, oh, shh. Okay, hold on though. Co-op playthroughs with friends are so much fun. Okay, so that's the thing. I want to do that. There was a mod that came out recently, co-op DS2 co-op overhaul. I really wanted to try it because I've never done co-op with DS2 or DS3. I've actually only ever done it with Elden Ring, seamless co-op specifically. I do not mess with the base co-op system. I find it a bit restrictive. All right, we're getting back to where we were. May I send comparison screenshot in your Discord DMs? Absolutely, Nemo. 100%. I'd love that. I will check them when I can, and yeah, I'll get back to you. I'm very curious about that. Oh, shh. Okay, this is not going well. Is all directional attacks working? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I did install the hotfix in your most recent files. Which, yeah, by the way, guys, I am Yozora using their mod right now for less delay between rolling, and well, they can explain much better than I can what is in it. But Estus Flask, I can walk when I'm drinking it, DS3 style. It's honestly awesome stuff, and it actually feels really balanced. Like, I've died, I don't feel like I have too much stamina, I don't feel like my stamina is coming back too quickly. It actually feels good. This feels really good. I'm waiting for Stayed mod too. Oh, come on. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, what he's shown off, I'm like, dude, I went to his Patreon and I'm like, I need it. I need it and I want it. No pressure, Stayed, but like the things that they showed off, specifically the most recent thing, that they got parallax occlusion mapping working on textures. That's the holy grail. That's adding that to a game, because you don't need to, like, essentially have an entirely new mesh, right? And obviously performance-wise, it's much more performant. Oh, okay. I remember the first time I saw them break open that wall, and I went, well, shit in my ass, right? Shit in my ass. Ooh. Oh, emit force. Oh, shit. I'm just gonna run. You know what? I'm gonna run. This area really well. Well, it's also just really dark. I usually have a torch for this area, but your boy has not found a torch in a hot minute. I'll play it with you if you... Oh, hell yeah, Yoshi. I dig that. I'm down for co-op. Oh, I forgot there's chests in here. Okay. It's worth it. It's worth it to kill me. I don't. Whenever I heard the heartbeat, I immediately thought of, like, the gutter. I think, doesn't the gutter have that heartbeat? I think isn't there a place in Demon Souls that has it too? Okay, yeah, if I had a torch, these people would be much easier. Where'd my homeboy go? Where'd Carl go? I think they killed Carl. Okay, do I have any healing items? Okay, I got a monastery charm. Because I need those chests. I want those chests. Okay. Oh, is this a trap one? Shit. The delay between attacks and rolls are changed, basically. Yeah, exactly. Shoot your Discord friend request. Oh, hell yeah. Sounds good to me. I'm really bad with Discord, but I have been getting better. I'm late to the Discord game. I feel like I came. I wish I could say I came straight from. Oh, great sword! Like AOL Instant Messenger, but. Okay, so my sword still has durability. I would really like the shortcut. I feel like I'm gonna get it. Oh, there's the friend request. You'd love to see. Okay. Let's be nice. Nice and easy. The fire longsword is doing some real work. Okay. Yeah, this is where I pulled the lever thing. Cool beans. I got the ship there. I know there's going to be little knifey boy. Doesn't that look awesome, though, with the lighting mod? Like, it's lighting up the water. I dig it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to get the shortcut. If I can find... the requisite walkway. I think this is right. Oh, no. No. You guys following me? Oh, yes, you are. Please stop, guys. Please stop. I need a torch. I want a torch. Okay, let's break this. Heartbeat in the gutter comes from a complex pipe system to deliver poison to the statues. That checks out. They would have plumbing. Yeah. I remember the first time I got to the gutter and I was like, you sons of bitches. I was gonna curse Miyazaki, and then of course I remembered. I was like, oh, it's not. It wasn't his doing. But it was inspiration from him. We all... Wait. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. Okay. I think the shortcut's this way. I think short. Not today. Hey. Oh my god. Let's touch and go, guys. Yes. Shortcut. Miyazaki is poison swamps. He really is. Like, the guy, he likes two things. Feet and poison swamps. And if he can mix the two of them, he's sure as hell gonna do it. You just know the Elden Ring DLC, it's gonna have one of the worst fucking poison swamps we've ever seen. I can just sense it. Let me go back to the bonfire without dying. Without falling in the water. I have some souls. I want to buy life gems out the ass. I don't know if I got the vendor lady to move to Majula. I think I did. So let's do that. Oh, it was close. I almost died. Maybe I should work on a mod where one of the vendors just has torches. Like, maybe because they ripped out the lighting engine, most of it, or well, a decent chunk before the game launched, maybe that's why they didn't include a vendor for torches, because they were like, well, shit, you don't really need to use them anymore by default, like, whatever. I liked the mechanic. I thought it was cool. Could you test to see if human effigy heals? Yeah, sure thing. Let me go get hit by some dogs real quick. Well, actually, no, I guess it should work, because yeah, I don't have a full health bar. Okay, so let's confirm. I do not have full health. Let's pippity-poppity. Okay, I'm Hellboy once again. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's a good change. I always thought it was weird that the human effigies didn't heal. Like, I get that, yeah, it's not DS3. That hadn't happened yet. And the embers, you know. Because I love the ember system. Did I miss my humanities just being full heals? Yes, I did. I definitely did. Give the hermit lady or the pyromancer lady infinite torches. Yeah, Yoshi, exactly. That's I think if I figure out how to do it, which I just need to look around. Yeah, I think I'll have it for the old hag lady because it's something you should be able to buy. Like the fact that it's essentially like a finite resource. Like on my main character who has like 70 hours, I just don't have them. I know you can go to the gutter and like they're supposed to drop off the torch people there, but man, they weren't dropping. Yeah, it's like an ember now, exactly. Which is kind of that's a game changer right there. That's awesome. I'm gonna turn down my phone notifications. I'm looking at the chat on my phone, so I apologize if I look away a lot. Raphael Braun, oh, followed me. Thank you. That's very nice. I realize I usually just have a lot of free time, like after 5 p.m. most days, because I'm self-employed, so I don't have any like super specific schedule, and I can get my work done before 5. And I'm like, what if I just stream every day? Will I get burnt out? I doubt it, because all I'm doing is talking about Souls games with like-minded people. That's a dream. Like, that sounds fucking awesome. So, I don't feel like I'm working, you know? I just feel like I'm playing a game I really love, and other people come and talk too. Me as someone who doesn't use torches, I often have like 5 hours just chilling. Dude, so jealous. I'll admit, I also, for the first like, God, 150 hours plus in this game, I just didn't use torches. Because I was like, well, I don't need to, and I don't really understand it. And then I think it was one of my playthroughs where I was in the gutter and I went, hold on, I'm not going to be a little bitch, and I'm not going to skip all these torches because it's actually really helpful in the gutter. That was clearly a gameplay mechanic that they were creating, and I could track progress. Now, I do understand that like the main way that you track progress in an area where you're not 100% sure where you're going is they use the items, right? Like if you haven't picked an item up in an area, generally, probably you haven't been there. So it's a really brilliant way of keeping you going and sort of guiding you with shinies. Like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Maybe some more endurance. Actually, no, hold on. Let's go into strength, because I got the great sword. Can you travel for a second to the force of the fallen? Yeah. Let's see. If I remember correctly, you can actually kill the torch-wielding undead in No Man's Wharf. Get out. Damn, I have to kill Carl? That's a rough one. But he'll come back. He's just a good boy. He's not a good boy. He's probably like 50. But, you know, he's nice. Let me confirm my settings real quick. Oh, bitch. I have never once remembered that you're gonna jump me. Oh my god. Okay. I actually need to talk to Rage about this. I've been meaning to talk to him about this for ages. There's a setting underneath directional light settings that I think is the opposite of what it actually does. It's the disable sky atmosphere. So from what he was telling me, like whenever I click it, oh no, maybe I'm thinking about it incorrectly. By him saying disable sky atmosphere, he's meaning the new atmosphere that he's doing. Maybe that's what he means. I kept getting it wrong. He's definitely a good guy, but hey, you will sacrifice him for a valid cause. More torches. To be honest, I will throw that guy under a bus so fast. Hell, I named him. I didn't even know his name. And, you know, no one has friends in this world. This is just a sad, sad world now. Let me get the thing off the menu here. Oh no, let me go back to, because he did ask me when I was going to make videos and certain things and screenshots. He was like, make sure you're using this, because it gets rid of some of the skybox, I guess. Of course, he could answer all of that better. Since he's the wizard behind the curtain. Oh, I didn't get her to move to Majula yet. Okay. I do need a fragrant branch of yore, though. I haven't gotten one to drop yet. I never really track where they drop. Be right back. Thank you for sticking around, Mortal Crux. That's so cool. I would recommend everybody go check out the Mortal Crux indie game. There's a Twitter account. There's a wish list on Steam. Every little thing I've seen, I just go, that looks awesome. I want to play that. It basically reminds me of like, because I haven't really been able to get into Diablo after Diablo 2, ages ago, so long ago. Diablo 3 just didn't click. For whatever reason, I just didn't care. Diablo 4, I played the... Who the fuck are you? Did you go up the ladder? Or, oh, you must be out the exploded room. No, I played the early access portion, or whatever the hell, the server slam. I did play that for Diablo 4. Yeah, stuff looks different. Really? That's interesting. I really don't know what that would be, like if the... Because I have the same version from Nexus Mods of the lighting engine. I don't have like a special... Oh! Also, you see the rainbow colors in front of me on this little ledge, or little wall? Yeah, I need to fix that. It's just it's very area specific. But those are old lighting maps. That essentially, obviously they were baking them in the base game, but without having the lighting engine. And my dumbass, unfortunately I missed some of them, and my upscaler upscaled them. And by doing that, yeah, it creates the rainbow effect, and I need to manually delete them. So, good reminder. Oh, yeah. I was gonna go kill the two-sided guy, two-sided guy. My sky on that side is darker than yours. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, not even just the. If you could, the DMs to me, totally cool. I'll take a look at those. I would recommend actually going to the actual Discord for the lighting engine itself, and posting in like the general chat or the screenshot channel, because they know more than me. To be totally transparent there, they know more than me when it comes to the lighting engine. I've talked to Rage and I understand some of it, but as far as troubleshooting, the best people to ask are on Discord Rage Vitamins, the main creator of the mod, and Duke Bilgewater. Actually, he might be the most helpful, because Duke Bilgewater is the master behind these LUTs that we're using, actually. He's going through each zone and sort of like just mastering them, you know? So he gets the credit for that, because they look awesome. And he can figure out why it's not looking correct. Oh, I got a summon. Employee of the month over here. Okay, well there's two of them. He's the new employee. Not while I killed him, so no. Alright. Who we got? Let's summon Bradley. Let's do it. Ow. Bitch. Wait. Wrong way. I am going wrong. Bitch. Alright, Bradley. Oh, well thank you. That's a nice bow. Don't fall off, Bradley. We have important work to do. We need to kill... Oh, I'm on the wrong side. There is the... This guy is usually rude. And he just says I don't have the stats required. I have no interest in the map. Oh, bitch. I'm sorry, I was hitting the guy, okay? Oh, you dropped a heal. That's nice. Can you make sure to do that during the boss fight? That'd be nice. Let's go fuck up this boss. And then we'll go to the other side of Lost Bastille. I'd also like to be in an area where I can see more than 1 foot in front of my face. I'm curious for when RTX Remix gets good, because that technology apparently is meant to give RTX to old games. Yeah, so actually, I love that you said that because, and also Nemo, yeah, I have adjust brightness to the default, just the middle of the road there. Um, but Yoshi, yeah, so I've actually messed with RTX Remix. I remember back before it even was on GitHub. He's been vanquished? You bitch. Before it was on GitHub, we had to rip it out of Portal RTX, and then we started just shoving it in a bunch of games. Morrowind specifically, because they obviously showed Morrowind like fully working, which by the way, we have still not been able to reproduce what NVIDIA did in that Morrowind video. I wish they would just share what they did. We're still having issues. But yeah, RTX Remix. Right now I have Morrowind installed just so I can kind of test it. But yeah, it's honestly the holy grail of the modding community. Like the amount of things that you can do with RTX Remix once they update it to support more games, because right now it's like version 0.2.2. It hasn't been updated since May. I think that was the second update. We just need it to read more of the textures correctly, and right now it's mostly duct tape. Like, most games don't really function completely, but despite that, what they're doing is just insane. It's so cool. It's the coolest shit ever. I should play Morrowind sometime. Yeah, okay, so that... Man, we're hitting all the good topics. I love streaming. This shit is awesome. Actually, yeah, before I do the boss, real quick, because otherwise I'll try talking at once and it'll be horrible. But Morrowind was my first, like, true addiction back on the original Xbox. Like, I played the absolute shit out of Morrowind. So much so, and this is not even a joke, when I closed my eyes to go to sleep, or just in general, I would see a remnant of the inventory screen for Morrowind. That's how bad it was. Because I had no responsibilities. I mean, I still kind of don't, to be fair. But I loved that game. Morrowind is a game that I hope they go back to that style more. Because Morrowind, they didn't tell you everything. You know, and that's part of the reason why I love Dark Souls. Because Morrowind respected you. Like, it didn't say, here's a waypoint. It said, you better read your fucking journal. And they're going to tell you, well, you take a turn here, look for this, look for the chapel. And, yeah, it was not easy. But I loved it. There was mystery to that world. And unfortunately, in the name of, you know, more mass market appeal, which I totally understand, so I realized I broke my thing of, like, not talking a shit ton, but whatever, it's fine. I fought this guy like I said a million times. No, they respected the player. You know, there were no waypoints and shit. And so Oblivion, I was very excited for, and I did enjoy Oblivion when it came out. You know, like it was great, and it still is a great game. But I think some of the changes, like fast travel, for instance, I don't know. I felt like it was missing something from Morrowind. And Skyrim only got more accessible in that way. And it just sort of, I don't know, it became a more bland experience for me. And that's where, like, can we talk about the Skyrim final boss? Like, that boss sucked. Nothing happened. Like, there were just a bunch of, like, summoned ghosts or something, and I just stood there whacking away at it. That was it. I was like, okay, I've had harder fights in this game before this. I recently played Oblivion and I had a blast. Put it off for years and I regret not playing it sooner. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love in Oblivion, and when I think back of playing it, I had a great time. Unskippable cutscene, the boss, hell yeah. You love to see it. Yeah, let's go talk to this. We'll play the cutscene. Yeah, Oblivion, I think, looked really cool, and obviously it added the, you know, physics-based, a lot of physics systems. And then the combat was obviously massively improved since Morrowind. I think that's the biggest pain point, is that it's like chance on hit, and there's no actual like there's no real hitting to be done there. It's you can just wave your weapon and you may just not hit them. And so, yeah, I think that's hard to get past. Have you guys been keeping up on the Skywind project? To be honest, a lot of Bethesda games need mods. Yeah. Mortal Crux is back. What up? Yeah. I will say Bethesda games, they are easily the most popular games for modding. Like, it's not even close. They're the number one. It could be because, well, their games are, you know, a little busted in their own way. But I would say mostly it's because the freedom that Bethesda allows for that and the ease of modding. Like, they kind of do that with it in mind, which is partially why I think their engine is so awful, is that by it being that awful, it's maintained easy modding support. And so there's kind of a trade-off there. Is anyone excited for Starfield? Because I am. I haven't been a Bethesda person for a while, but I'll admit, Starfield, it got me back. I'm like, my expectations are not over the moon. It's not a No Man's Sky situation. All I'm expecting is a Bethesda-ass game, but in space. And you know, if it's better than that, fantastic. I'm not expecting like a 10 out of 10, but it just sounds pretty crazy on paper. It sounds very expansive. 30 FPS, blah, yeah. Yeah, having to get weapon skills to 100 to essentially unlock normal combat was insane in Morrowind. Yeah, it was, right? It was just like, come on, dog. This feels... Now, admittedly, back in the day, when I was playing it on the original Xbox, I mean, I think I complained about it even back then. Maybe. That was a long time ago. I don't even know how old I was, but... I'm 32 now, so you can do the math on the fly. Alright. But it was definitely my first love. My first game that I just really sunk my teeth into it. I couldn't get enough of it. Although, it actually reminds me of the story of Morrowind, of like how I got into it. Is that initially, my brother's the one who bought it. And he didn't end up liking it. And so he left to go on to... I can't remember where he was going. It was like some sort of school-based field trip or something. He was gone for a week, and he let me play it. So when he came back, I showed him the just countless hours I had dropped into it, and I had this room of every legendary item in the game, and I had put it in one room, and it was just everything you could imagine in this one room. Which, admittedly, I ran into a problem where the overflow loot bags appeared, and it ruined the look of my room, admittedly, because I had put too many things in one room. But the freedom to do that, and I was using GameFAQs back in the day to like get tips of like where the items were. Morrowind was life-changing for me. Good, I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Like, it was really formative. I still think back fondly. I can't play it now. I've tried. I just kind of dabble, and then I drop out. But the scale of the 3D world, yes. Like, the way that game functioned. I remember... What was it? I'm trying to remember that Bethesda, I think it was Todd Howard, or one of the Bethesda people, the higher-ups. He was talking about a story of the way that Morrowind, like, functioned, that they actually, like, rebooted the whole system in the background without you knowing it. Because there were like obviously glitches and crashes. It definitely was one of the glitchiest games I've ever played. The Game of the Year edition was better, admittedly. But I learned in Morrowind very quickly that you better save basically all of the time. Just keep saving. You know, it's pre-auto save. And I lost a lot of progress. What was I doing? I have a lot of souls. Let me go back to Majula. I plan to play more Oblivion though. That's right. I've never played that. I forgot that that project existed, honestly. Because whenever Skyrim came out, basically everyone, I felt like they kind of just, everyone went, oh shit, alright, we were porting it to Oblivion. Well, shit, okay, well, we gotta start, I guess, thank God another Elder Scrolls game hasn't come out. Because then they go, oh, we gotta go to the newest one. I think Skyrim is a perfect target. Like, yeah, it was 2011, but I think it still looks pretty good. Uh, it reminds me of Dark Souls 3 for the Dark Souls sort of genre, in that Archthrones is an insane looking mod, but their basis is Dark Souls 3, because Dark Souls 3 still looks great. Mechanically, it feels similar to Elden Ring. I think it's a great platform for modding without, like, trying to use Elden Ring for that, and there's a lot more that comes with that. I set my expectations high with the Outer Worlds and got disappointed. Interesting. So I didn't really have any expectations for the Outer Worlds. I didn't even really know what it was until I looked it up and went, okay, it's Obsidian. And my brother recommended that I play it. He's like, oh, I think you'll like this. And I did finish it. I played through once, and I enjoyed my time, but I'll admit I don't remember much about it. I'm so glad Archthrones calls back to DS2 so much. Yeah, I have seen the main Archthrones account sort of get a little annoyed with people going, oh, it's basically, you're just importing Dark Souls 2 into Dark Souls 3. And he was like, that, no. Or they were, that's why they renamed it to just Dark Souls Archthrones. They're like, it's not any specific, but it looks like it, you can tell the team behind it just has a passion for the entire series, not just one of the games. And I really like that. They seem to just have, well, it reminds me of, what is, oh, the Cinders mod for DS3. Because that one added life gems, and it added some other things from Dark Souls 2 and armor sets. And oh yeah, can't wait for demo. Dude, me too. I am so, like, I've been following, I subscribe to the Archthrones Patreon. I of course recommend anybody, like, if you have extra money, their Patreon, absolutely worth it. It doesn't get you access to the game any earlier, which is fine. I just was consistently blown away by their work, where I'm like, I need to give you money. Y'all are doing God's work out here, and you're just gonna release it for free? That's crazy. That is bananas to me. Yeah, let's pump up strength here. Mainly calls back to Demon Souls though. Really? I hadn't actually caught that. Interesting. To be fair, I haven't seen all of the material they've released. That's awesome though. I do think Demon Souls gets easily forgotten. It's sort of or Demon Holes, as Nikki Jakey refers to it. Okay, so I did strength. I killed that boss. Oh, I meant to buy a fragrant branch of yore. Shit. Okay. Anywho, let's go back to the back way here. I need to just get a fragrant branch of yore somewhere. I just wish Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring had more crowns. My kingly fashion is ruined. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 did not have enough crowns. That'll be my Steam review. I don't think I've actually reviewed any of the Souls games on Steam, which is really stupid. I think they keep asking me, and the reason why I don't do it is that if I started writing it, I might never stop. I have so much to say. I don't have a bumper sticker version of... Well, my bumper sticker review would be, please fucking play it. Just play it. You won't be sorry. Like, what's everyone's thoughts on Dark Souls 3? I'm curious. Like, I've seen criticism of, like, oh, it's just fan servicey, it's kind of like their greatest hits, which I completely understand where they're coming from with that. But boy, I love Dark Souls 3. I love it. Especially the DLCs, dude. That was just, like, especially the Ringed City. I mean, it admittedly added every annoying enemy in the game in one zone. But, like, the Gale boss fight, come on. That, I think for me, that's still the top boss fight I've ever experienced. Okay, I haven't killed the dogs, and I have not done the prep. This is really bad, actually. This is really bad. Oh, I'm one-shotting the dogs, though. This might be okay. Oh, and he destroyed the thing for me. The perfect dies. If I didn't have the mod here, the player enhancements mod, I would have been dead. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. No, don't do that, dude. Don't do that, dude. Yeah, you shot out the wrong guy. Demon Souls is my second favorite Souls game. Cool beans. Dark Souls 2, no beds in the game. Yeah, 0 out of 10. I can never seem to get into Demon Souls for some reason. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's talk about that. I recently started playing the PS5 remake, and it's good, but I don't know. It's not clicking yet. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Demon Souls obviously is rough around the edges, just by design, as it's the first one. I personally found the combat to click very quickly, as I was like, damn, I like this combat. Like, I personally find the Demon Souls combat to be superior to DS2 for me. Not in terms of build variety and the amount of weapons. Like, obviously DS2 is better for all of that. So much better. But in terms of, like, the minute-to-minute combat and what it feels like to roll and how I'm controlling my character, I actually think Demon Souls is really good at that. It feels great. Yeah, those are good iframes. Hell yeah, they are. They're doing real good. DS3, great game. My first technical Souls game. That's great. Yeah, I know for a lot of people, like it's their first Souls game. My first one was DS1, so I do wonder what it would be like going back to Dark Souls 1 for the first time, because it is obviously much clunkier and a lot slower. But for me, my tier list really hasn't moved ever since I've played through them. Like, it still is. Dark Souls 1 is still number one for me, just out of maybe just respect for it. Like, I just think it's a wonderfully contained experience. Like, what is in that game, you know, it's just so... Except for Lost Izalith. The Bed of Chaos, well, you know, fuck that. But let's see. Let me pop some souls. I might be able to buy the Fragrant Branch from what's-her-face. DS2 has the best JRPG aspect, which is why it's my favorite. Yeah, that's true. Fan service is what I strive for. Absolutely. Well, see, okay, yeah. So that's my response, where I basically say, I am that fan, and I am being serviced. So, I'm winning here, to be honest with you. Oh, I never opened this? I think what irks me about Demon Souls is the game structure. I love the interconnected layout of both DS1 and DS2, especially 1. Haven't played 3 yet. Oh, you're in for a treat with 3. Let me tell you. Demon Souls, on the other hand, has clear-cut separation between the areas, which I guess is not as intriguing. Well... Oh yeah, the world tendency system, yeah, fuck that system. I think it's interesting, obviously, from like certain items popping up, certain doors being opened. I do think that's actually cool. Obviously that was continued on in Bloodborne, but it was with a more direct insight system, and you could just spend the insight if you didn't want to see all that extra shit. I will say, I do disagree about the, like, Dark Souls 2. For instance, Dark Souls 2, at least for me, IMO, follows a much more... Like, the areas are essentially stitched together. Like, it's not interconnected like 1. Like, I even have there's a printout of the map that shows it from top to bottom, like as if you were to slice through the entire world. Like DS1 is just unparalleled. But we also know that they never did that again. DS2 basically changed it to a more linear path between the zones. Like obviously for Majula you have different options, so it's sort of a wide linear system. And that's what DS3 continued with, where you had different pathways, yes, but they weren't really interconnected. You had shortcuts, but it was for the immediate area that you were in generally. Like there were exceptions, but most of the time it was just to make traversing the current area that you're in better or more convenient. But DS3 was like legitimately interconnected. So I'll admit I was disappointed with DS2 on that, but I've come to love it in its own way because DS3 did the same thing. DS3 didn't really improve on that. They went for the linear system because it's easier, I think, to design from a gameplay perspective or game design. The interconnected nature of DS1 is just sort of mind-boggling. Like I don't even want to imagine how they crafted that, because that must have been an absolute nightmare. Because they never did it again. So let's go back to Majula. I will pop one of the boss souls. Fan service in DS3 is disappointing because it favors DS1 over DS2. That's true. I feel like both games should have gotten the same amount of fan service. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so 100%. DS3 was vastly more of a sequel to DS1 than it was DS2. I do think they rectified that to a good degree with the Ring City DLC. That's where most all of the DS2 connections come in, it seems. And I'll admit I didn't really notice that my first time through the Ring City DLC. I just went through it and had a blast. It's only later, looking into it, that they essentially sandwiched the worlds. That you were essentially going through DS1 related stuff first, DS2 related stuff after that, and then as you got deeper and you got into the Ring City, then you were getting into, more lore related stuff. But yeah, I agree that DS2 was sort of not given as much love in DS3. I've been surprised by some of the connections I didn't make prior, but yeah, it's not nearly as direct. Indeed, DS2 is absolutely stitched together, like you say, but it still comes across as having more of a natural flow while exploring and jumping around the areas. In Demon Souls, they're perceived more like levels. You are 100% correct about that. I will 100% agree with that. Demon Souls does feel, it is just, completely separate areas where they didn't even have to connect them at all. There was just no basis for that. So yes, I 100% agree that Dark Souls 2 is a vast improvement over that, because it does feel like an actual world that you're exploring, right? Because you can actually go through it. Oh, I'm here, I'm in this area, I'm going to fly to this area. Well, the bird's nest in a couple cases, but man, I gotta remember to drink water. I can see why streamers have a water reminder. You're talking so much that your throat's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Also DS3, no Gavlon, no wheel, no deal. Yeah, that's true, except for, so in the Senders mod, I loved when you get to a certain area in, was it the dilapidated town, or whatever the hell they call it, after, I can't remember. It's that nasty Bloodborne looking town. It's like one of the second or third areas. There's a place that you go and you actually open a chest, and a giant Gavlin, well, not really him, but his race, a giant version of it, is like a boss fight. I love how many DS2 connections that mod has. It's literally chock full of DS2. It's so cool. Yeah, without Gavlon, not as cool. We like the wheel and deal. But yeah, and then Bloodborne. Like, I'm thinking of Bloodborne. Like, Bloodborne obviously shared the warping system, like with the hub world, where you go to each different headstone. But within those, you could traverse and go and keep continuing on, like DS2, DS3. The biggest change that we need for Bloodborne is, well, and Demon Souls, admittedly. They do have a mod for it, for the when you emulate it.
Is that a shard? Here.
Yeah,
this
oh, I
light,
had a shard
however
for her.
faint.
Nice. No, leveling up at Archstones. I hate going back to the Nexus. And the same goes for Bloodborne. I'm like, dog, don't make me... Let me level up at the lamp, okay? And to be fair, Dark Souls 2 makes me go back to the Emerald Herald, but, you know, she's hot, so... I can say the same thing for the doll, I guess, but... we all have to have our waifus to come back to. I will not level up, but I will give you the shard. My tier list is something, if I have to give my favorite reason for loving Dark Souls 2, the most part, my nostalgia and bias, is the lore in it is surprisingly deep, and the world not making sense being connected to character going more mad. I'm a sucker for the despair throughout the game. Hits me all the time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the more you look into the Dark Souls 2 lore, it's really good. It doesn't get enough credit for it. I think the story of Vendrick specifically is just really heartbreaking. Like, to think that he was really searching for a cure for the undead curse, and the things that he did with his brother Aldia, and sort of the atrocities that apparently Aldia was doing in his, you know, weird like science experiments. And, you know, obviously Vendrick seemingly knowing about that. And then in the end, when he thought he found the cure, it ended up only being a cure for the person who wore the crown or whatever. But what I love is that even with that, that's where the true genius comes in. Even in the cure that he found for the individual person who was wearing it, what you were actually doing is just staying alive so you can see everyone you know and love die in front of you over the decades. That's so cool and so sad. And that's why I love Dark Souls. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 has some really sick ass lore. It's so cool. Oh, let's go back to Old Hag Lady. I forgot to have her move. What I like, Shanala waifu is her direct involvement in the story. She guides you until the end. Yeah. You know, actually, I hadn't thought of that. That is a unique aspect. Yeah, where she's like, yeah, she's obviously, you know, in the different areas as you go on. Like, I remember when she showed up at Drangleic Castle before I got there. And yeah, that was really cool. What's up, hag lady? And I mean that in a nice way. Not the mean hag, you know. He also has that bitch wife vibe down. That's so true. Nashandra fucking sucks. All the homies hate Nashandra. Would I hit it? Probably. Well, okay, hold on. In her actual, like, Daughter of Manus form, 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot. She might be kinky. Probably. She looks a little weird, but, you know. One thing I was disappointed by... well, okay, so then Nashandra is a boss fight. Pretty big letdown. I think, like, as a concept, cool. I love her, you know, in the story, she's fucking awful, and she's the reason for all the shit happening. And then her connection to Manus, I was like, oh, that's so sick. But, like, her actual fight, I was like, yeah, alright. That's boring. I had more trouble with Throne Watcher and Throne Defender, to be honest. Alright, let's go by... Let's get to the branch, and then we'll go take on the Ruin Sentinels. Unfortunately, I have to go now, but thanks for the cool chat. We'll definitely give the mod and textures a try real soon. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I plan on streaming, yeah, more often if you're ever looking for someone else to ramble on about Souls games, and die in the game. I haven't died that much on this playthrough so far. Today. I died a metric fuck ton yesterday. But I also have that cool mod, so... but yeah, have a good night, Aaron. Nashandra tricked him into going to war, and then in the lore, it places all the blame onto the greedy king, poor guy. Yeah, exactly. Like, she's a crafty bitch. Respect where, you know, I gotta respect that. She out there hustling. She doing real good. What do I need to get? Yeah. Let me go back to, let's go to McDuffer. McDuff beer. And let's go kill the rune sentinels. I remember my first time trying to kill the rune sentinels. Woof. It took me a hot minute. For the next Secret Fire update, I will sort of rearrange Vendrick so you'll get a chance to meet him early. Dude, that sounds so cool. I never even thought of kind of altering that a little bit, because now I will say, as it stands, the base experience, I think it's one of the great reversals in video games, or subversions of expectations. Like the fact that I went through the entire game assuming that I was going to meet this absolute legend and have one of those insane boss fights with the orchestral, OST and stuff. And then you get there and it's this sad, broken man who has lost his mind. And it's just so sad, Okay, no one saw that. That was planned. Oh, damn it, Forlorn. Damn it. Oh, this is bad. There's another one? No. Oh, no, it's a bang bus situation. Oh, I went. Oh, fucking shit ass bitch can't. Help me! Vendrick! Oh my god. He's blocking the way. He is absolutely blocking the way. Oh, oh, shh. Yeah, I forgot I can't get back out. Okay, we're taking a one-way ticket here. I'm not opening the door, and I'm now going to make my stand. It was a bad stand. It was a bad bet. No, it's a bad bet. Yep, okay. I fought as well as I could. I made every bad decision possible. I also love the idea of the Dragon Riders. Yeah, so I haven't really looked into their lore that much. I think as boss fights, kind of a letdown. The dual one was pretty difficult. It was at this moment that he knew that he fucked up. What's up, homie? How's it going? Yeah, I beefed it. One of the streamers I used to watch, he doesn't stream anymore. He would put up a little beef emote every time he fucking beefed it. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a beef. I'm gonna be a good Dark Souls player. Did you just see that? That fucking dog used his snout to move the fucking barrel so then it could explode. So another reason to hate the dogs. Oh, I forgot to get this item. Nice. Yeah, LMAO. What the fuck? I've never had that happen. That was team. God fucking. Okay, Forlorn, you're gonna come to me. Forlorn, I think, gets the award for invading the most, right? I don't even think it's close. Yeah, thanks, dog. Fucking dog. God, dude, I love dogs, but not fucking Dark Souls dogs. So which Souls game has the worst dogs? I think it's Bloodborne. If I remember correctly. The ones in Dark Souls 2, they're pretty okay. But the Bloodborne ones, jeez. And Dark Souls 3. It's probably just because those are faster games. Alright, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Oh, I forgot. You also did stuff with the parry timing, right? I need to try that out. I have a buckler, I think. Alright, we're rolling. Hey, look at this guy. He's barely been getting hits. So, hell yeah. That was a smart gamer move on the dog. I can't disagree with you. I think that dog was a good boy. He may be an undead dog, but he was a good boy. Forlorn is also just RNG for invading. Yeah. He is a very placeholder invader, it feels like. They were like, I feel like they went late in development of DS2, scrambling to get it together, and they went, is it hard enough? No. I know what we can do. It's copy paste Forlorn for suck it. Like 10,000 times. DS3 has the worst. I'm inclined to agree with that. They be doing jukes, but I will say the DS1, they're no slouch. Those are still difficult for me. Maybe it's because DS1 is really slow. But I get wrecked by, especially when you go to lower Undead Berg, and the little jumpy thief boys that fucking slit your throat. I didn't even know you could parry the jailers. I do not know. I actually do not know that. Now that I'm saying it, it sounds very unlikely. I'll try it on a regular enemy. Which reminds me, that's one of the things from Bloodborne that I want to basically apply to all future Souls games. And I miss it in the ones after that. That you could parry bosses. Like, and it's not to say you can't parry them like in Elden Ring, and DS3 obviously had the parrying, but at least in Elden Ring, like with Margit, you had to parry him twice in a row to get like the stagger. I'm like, I didn't like that system. I think for now I'm going to head out. Might see you back later if you're still streaming good enough. I'll see you around. Hell yeah, Yoshi. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. You're really cool in chat. I really just enjoy chatting with people. That's the real reason I'll stream. I just want to talk to people about Souls games. This is a lot of fun. I can see why people want to start streaming. Like, this is so fun. Alright, bud. I'm sorry I had to kill you. Okay, this is the true first bang bus situation of Dark Souls 2. Well, why the invader guy is so black? I don't know. He's just so covered up, and he has a grudge against me for some reason. I don't know why. DS2 you can parry some bosses, but Riposte not really. Yes, and that I'm like I need it to go hand in hand. Like, don't let me parry them if I can't riposte them. Or riposte. I never say it correct. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Okay, I'm gonna draw them out. Normally, I just run and go to the ladder to fight the bosses, but okay. I'm taking my lumps here. Thank God for the Drangleic armor. Can't wait to pop a couple gems here. This is the ultimate fuck around and find out moment. Damn it. I'm wasting heals on you guys. I'm gonna have to use repair powder. I also have a lot of souls. I forgot to add back the parry for parry iframes. Oh, you're good. Biggie. I did not mean to close that. No thanks. Pick up item. Yes. Can I first try the Rune Sentinels? That's the real question. I think it's unlikely. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna keep the souls. I repaired my weapon, and I have 6 Estus Flasks, so technically I'm actually pretty well prepared. Yeah, let me go the other way. Let me go into the great darkness here. I still have no torch time. I have not gotten a mother flippin' torch. I am very afraid of the explodey boys. I think they're my arch nemesis, right? Okay, this is the one where it's just a drop. Right? Yeah. Classic little troll. Ooh, Royal Greatsword. Hell, oh yeah, you're explodey boy. I think you are in the wrong game, good sir. Resident Evil is the other way. Alright, Soul of a Proud Knight, Human Effigy. All right. All right. We're doing good. We're gonna get to the ladder. We're gonna skip some of the soldier peeps, even though I could just kill them. But next, if we have to do a corpse run, we'll just run straight to this ladder. That'd be quicker. All right. Wow, we still have 6 viewers. Honestly, had no expectations for viewers. I actually will be able to hit affiliate uh, very quickly. That's so awesome. I figured I'd have to go for... I mean, I skipped the line a little bit just by... I don't know. The mod is really helping me with that. That people were like, hey, you did a thing. And it's really nice and sweet. And it's still surreal to me that anyone would know me in the Souls community. So I don't take it for granted. Alright. Rune Sentinels. Actually, I gotta... Oh, hold on a second. Let me try something. I'm not good with OBS, but like... Can I add... text... GDI... No. You guys see the BRB? I'll be right back. It take like 1 minute. Come right back. I'm a professional streamer. I made that asset like 10 days ago. Clearly, obviously. Okay, I'm back. Looks pretty good. I assume you're talking about my BRB. Also, I'm eating peanut butter, sorry. But yeah, I assume you're talking about my BRB. It's very professional. I made a whole scene. It was really cool. Here's another hot fix. Just drop this in the folder. Oh, cool beans. Oh, like on the fly? Really? Alright, can I first try Rune Sentinels? I think so. Alright, here we go, baby. Alright, yeah, don't do that weird backhanded shit. Do what I want when I say. Okay. Please don't fall off. Son of a bitch. And I missed the drop attack. This is... This is very bad. This is exactly the textbook way of not doing this boss. Yeah, basically once you have like 3 of them at once, it's not great. Damn it, wrong one. Yep, wrong one. Wrong one. Right one. Shit. Nope. Oh, God. Please stop. Please stop. For the love of God, don't do spin to win. Don't do spin to win. We don't like spin to win. Not in this house. Nope, wrong one. Nope, right one. Right one. Stop blocking, dog. Oh, you're killing me. Okay. I have to talk less. I'm in gamer. This is gamer focus, guys. Gamer. Just send update. They will jump back up if they fall. Yeah, damn, you're right. Okay, so that's Yaheen right there. I gotta get out of this corner. Yeah. Good OST though, right? No, don't throw your disc at me. No. Yeah, you're right. They'll jump back up. Ideally, I like to kill what's his face first on the platform, have a second one jump up, fuck him up, and then get a head start. Okay, all right, let's run it back. I mean, I lived longer than I thought I would, to be quite honest. All right. We're gonna speed run. We're gonna speed run this corpse walk. Last words. I really. Oh, that's my other mod idea. Keep the doors open. Why do I have to reopen them? Don't. That's not anything. That's dumb. That's just them going, haha. We'll make it a little harder for you. At least I have iframes on door openings. Ish. Look at that. Look how easy that corpse. Oh, wrong way. Fuck. Okay. Woo! Hey, we didn't get hit this time. Oh, I thought I was gonna get a stagger on it. Doing smoke here. Absolutely. Oh, come on. Look at this. Look at this action. Oh, baby. This might be the one. This might be the one. Oh, I gotta remember. Hold on. Let me quickly put a human effigy on my bar. I can use that as a backup heal. Rookie mistake. Oh, no. Oh. Which one is which? Doesn't matter. Just both of them. That's the one. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at us go. You learn from your mistakes. Alright, we're turning this into an any percent speed run. That is okay, that's an attempt to be proud of. I think for my first name I renamed the Ruined Sentinels to be Pillarmen from JoJo. That's great. Alright, now let's open the 5,000 hidden rooms. I still don't actually fully understand why they put so many hidden rooms, or hidden little... Now, of course, I'm missing every single one, but they're around here. I never remember exactly where. Yeah, there you go. Booyah. Did it, done it. Oh, don't... Oof. I hate that you can, like, destroy what's in the chest, and it makes it, like, rubbish. No thanks. No, of course it's not that one. Oh, it's on the ground floor. Hold on. There we go. There's one. Oh, fuck it. I'll just try all of them. Alright, which one did this open? Interesting. Okay. Let's go up. Hidden rooms are mostly in the boss arena. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did not want to go down that. Aha. I think none of these items are actually that good, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like, I don't care about that spell. Oh, wow, the shading was completely... Actually, I thought it was going to be that portion. Alright. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. Oh, we made it. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not even worried about the other hidden rooms. Like, they suck. I know the items are El Trasho. Okay, he's gonna explode, but I've run through. Alright, alright. We're rolling, we're rolling. Wow, I've already been streaming for almost 2 hours. Are you kidding me? This is crazy. Turns out I really enjoy it. Who knew? Get the hell out of here. Alright, well, thank you anyone who's watching. We're having a grand old time. We are playing with the DS2LightingEngine mod. It completely replaces the entire rendering engine of the game. And with my texture pack that I made that is only possible by the lighting engine mod. So between the two of them, mainly the lighting engine, that's doing most of the work, the game looks amazing in 2023. Genuinely awesome. And luckily, there are a lot of people coming back to DS2 right now. A good chunk, like on Reddit, a lot of the comments were like, oh, I've never played it before. That makes me really happy. I like more and more people to try out DS2, and like my brother, when I finally got him to play it, because he played all the other ones, he started with Elden Ring. That's how I got him hooked. And then he went to DS1, DS3, and originally he texted me about DS3 like a couple days after he started it, and he was like, you know what? It's clicking now. For the first like 10-15 hours, he was like, eh. I was going through it, but I wasn't really thinking much. And then it was definitely late, way down the road. He was like, "Oh, I'm in now. I'm sold. I gotta keep going." And that's when he really got into the power stancing, the build variety, and some really cool shit. Let's pump up the strength here. Let's go. We're gonna go strong bonk, because I have the great sword. What are the requirements? Get out. I can now wield it? Sick. Oh, I can't even roll though. I gotta take off my Drangleic. That is fine. Shit, I'm still fat rolling. Hold on. Let's go down to this. 69. Alright. No, I'll keep Pursuer. I'll keep the Pursuer Soul, because he has a big sword, right? That I can get. I usually don't get it. Flexile, I know he has nothing I care about. Let's pippity poppity, give me the soppity. And we are going to reinforce this bad boy. I don't know how many titty shards I have. Nah, okay. Alright, well I got up to +2. Interesting. So McDuff only sells large Titanite shards. So I gotta find more regular Titanite shards. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's go kill Ornstein. Or fake Ornstein. I'm still not convinced that's Ornstein. Because obviously, it's been so many, you know, hundreds or thousands of years that he's called the Old Dragon Slayer. But, I don't know. His moveset is like, it does feel like someone is emulating him versus it actually being him. Because it seems like it's a knockoff, right? Ho 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 ho, we got a sick-ass weapon. We are definitely going with the Great Sword from now on. I feel empowered to absolutely destroy everyone. Oh, the running attack is so cool. I might still die. Okay, well, you know. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Suck it. Okay. Stairs are not a good idea for this everything, but oh, the old Night Hammer. Okay, that's not too bad. For me, it probably is Ornstein since the old Leo ring. Yeah, that's true. There's probably more evidence that it is Ornstein, although, like, he obviously shows up in DS3, right? Like as a corpse, or his armor set. And so it's kind of like, well, okay, so he left Anor Londo, Smo remained, and he was in search of the Nameless King, and so it's like, okay, are we presumably saying that on his way, throughout the years, he was in Drangleic? And it's like, okay. Beyond that, I was actually watching a Quelaag stream one day, and you know she was kind of talking about the concept in the Souls games of like alternate timelines, right? Like it's like that thing that Solaire said in DS1, where like time is convoluted in this world, and so it's not strictly like linear, and so that's why. That's like the easy example is, and it's the one I gave of like, well, we killed Ornstein in DS1, but he obviously shows up later, and so that's just where it's the easy way to like hand wave and go, time is convoluted. There you go. People phased in and out, and that just explains any sort of time difference. Alright. But I really loved the sort of DS3 DLC and DS3 itself, where basically the cycle had just happened so many thousands of times that it obviously created the Soul of Cinder. But not only that, like the Ringed City specifically was like the Dreg Heap was just the entire world collapsing in on itself, all space and time like that. That's just so cool. Easiest way to explain. 100%. You just go, time's convoluted, dog. Don't worry about it. And then there you go. You've explained it. Brilliant Miyazaki. He designed an entire system that's just really easy to... So plot holes don't even have to be a thing, right? Just go. Okay, now I know the move. Let's just do a good one. Get out of the way. Hippity hoppity, pippity soppity. Alright. Let's get it. Alright. We're doing real good. We're being good Dark Souls players. Let's get that. Okay. Easy peasy. We're going to kill the dragon. Because I'm going to aggro Spear Boy. I'm hopefully going to kill him. Because he's killed me before. His moveset. I do not like it. Alright, Spear Boy. Let's get back down. Dragon is none the wiser. Yep, he's a bit of a poise boy here. Okay, well, after that. Oh, except for that. Come on, that's like one frame, and he... Not cool. Nope, nope, not that move, not that move, nope. Woo! Oh, I wasted the heal. That's fine. The dragon's easy. Let's go. Yeah, let's go kill the dragon. Hopefully I can make it. Oh, yep, I made it. I made it. Doink. Well, that... I just have to pray that he doesn't do his fire attack. I can tank it, but I'd rather not. There we go. Nice. Ooh, dragon bone. Love to see it. Alright, let's kill Ornstein. And then I'm gonna kill the Way of Blue guy. Because I don't like him. I don't like the Way of Blue guy. He's rude. He's rude. He just says, oh, I don't like you, and if you don't have the stats required, he just shits all over you. And he's got his back turned to me the whole time. It's great. Who do I have to kill for Titanite shards? I want Titanite shards. Honestly, I do enough damage. I'll just get it as they come. Oh, we do good damage to Ornstein. Okay, well, I'm taking some hits here. Use the pillar. I might die to Ornstein. No, 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 no. Okay, the pillar saved. I mean, I guess I don't have any ADP. He's a dick, yeah. Normally I don't really have any... Dude, my timing today is... What is happening? What is going on? I'm literally just picking the worst time to do everything. Not that it matters a lot, because I'm beefy and... Yeah, okay. You just heal through it. That's like the Four Kings boss fight. I used to like try to get cute about it, and then I just went, you know what? I'm gonna shove Havel's armor on, and I'm just gonna tank the hits. Cause it's a speed run. It's a race against time. Okay, he didn't see that. Alright, eat it. He's still not working. You're not an enemy yet, so I can't.
My greatest challenge.
You are my greatest challenge. Dog, you're like 5 minutes too late. Okay, well, okay. I changed my... Nope, game on. Too bad. Send me home? I mean, your armor is pretty cool. But I can get that from Hag Lady. Oh, I didn't send Hag Lady back to Majula yet. I am forgetting many a thing. Alright. We finish this off. Easy peasy. Got the Parma. Let's go get the bonfire. And I have a crap load more souls. Man, I'm leveling up fast. Sweet. And then yeah, let's go from here. I'm gonna go to her. I'm gonna have her go back to Majula. You know, I've been thinking about replacing Targrade as an NPC. One of the worst NPCs in the game. Yeah, he just sucks, and he's rude. I mean, I guess most of them are rude, but he's just... I mean, I guess, like, he is nice to you after you grease him up a little bit, and, like, you're in his covenant. Then he goes, aha, now I trust you. I was like, yeah, alright. Let's see. God, I was just hoping for no particular reason that she had Titanite shards. Anyway, let's... Oh, I forgot. She gave me the ring. Alright, giants cross, yada yada yada. They seem like trees. Pick up and move, dog. Alright, there you go. Thank you. I realize I have not equipped nary a one of the rings that I've gotten. Oh, delightful. I don't really need the ring of binding yet. You know, I've been good enough to like not need it, you know? Pro gamer moves. Alright, we have the soldier key, so let's hope there's fat loot in here. I hear that there might be. I am fat rolling. That is true. Okay. Oh, hollow soldier. No, don't need that. Radiant life gem. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Kill homeboy that's up in here. There he is. Okay, I was like, wait. Have I been wrong this whole time? Okay. That reminds me. There was a guy I was watching, or I saw his post on Twitter a couple weeks back. I think he was looking into, like, understanding the Havoc system a bit better that's used in DS2. Because that is one thing with DS2 I just miss, that it doesn't have a good ragdoll system. Like they just stop ragdolling so quickly, and I think that's something so just like tied to the Dark Souls genre is the ragdolling of enemies. It's sort of just like the it's a big part of the humor of the game is sort of how they move around and just look really stupid most of the time. And Dark Souls 2, that was a letdown when I'm like, okay, they kind of ragdoll for like half a second and then they're gone. Alright, let's level up some more. Okay, don't shrug that much.
Seek souls.
You were meant to help me.
Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king.
Seek the king, it's the only way. Yep.
Lest
Okay. And there's obviously some like very like obvious design decision to have the Firekeeper in every game, or waifu, always repeat the same lines over and over and over and over again. Like that, it seems it's a very conscious choice that they're making. And I don't know if they've ever talked about that, but I'm assuming there's a good methodology behind it. Alright. We are fat rolling, so I do need to fix... How heavy is this weapon? 22? Oh my god. Gee. Oh man. Okay, that's 69.7, so good enough. Let's drop fat cash on life gems. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I can only buy 6. That's not great. Yeah. Okay, let's head back to here. We'll progress this way. Let's get the Bastille key, and then we're on the way to Lost Center, which shouldn't be a problem. Well, now that I'll have the actual like Bastille key, and maybe, just maybe, I can actually this time. Do I have a torch? I have gone hours without a torch in this world. I need a torch vendor. Souls modding community. Let's come together on that mod. Alright, let's go down here first. Because I can one-hand this great sword. That's how much I've invested. Pursuer! I forgot you come down here. It's also really dark. This is not very cinematic. I'll see you later, my dude. It was super fun. Hell yeah. Thanks for hanging out, man. I hope you have a swell night, or whatever time of day it is where you're at. Loving the mod, by the way. Oh, no. I gotta stop looking away from the screen. What is happening? What is happening, please? Okay, it's touch and go, everybody. Real touch and... Stagger, you bitch. Nope. No thanks. Woo, baby! And all he gives me is a twink tight. Come on. Fucking pursuer. Although, because I can't see the stream. Like, I don't have it up to where I'm monitoring it. I don't even have a second monitor. So the fact that this is even working at all is weird. A very non-ideal setup. But no, my follow animation, I set that up right before the stream, is none other than Pursuer. So his little red light's gonna activate every time someone follows. It's delightful. Once I make affiliate, fingers crossed, then I'll have different alerts, all Dark Souls style. I want to have all the sound effects, and I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be I want this to be just a really cool Dark Souls community. I'm just gonna talk about fucking Dark Souls all day. Alright. A chill Dark Souls community. That's the goal. That's the tagline. We're chill. We're hanging out. We're not sweaty. In the future, I'll probably... I will never legit speedrun a game, because, well, I'm not that good. But a casual speedrun, yes. Specifically of Dark Souls 1. I have played through that game at least 20 times by this point, so I do feel confident in being able to beat that game in a certain amount of time. And I'd like to continually try to get better times, of course, and then like save the bots for me. That seems like fun. Alright, let's hop down. Hold on a second, let's go up here. Wait, I can't get back. Fuck it. Whatever. Oh my god, the wind up on that. That's real long. You bitch. God. Well, that was close. Alright. Let's heal up. Let's heal up. Open the gate. Kill more explodey boys. And we're gonna... I think we're gonna one-shot the Lost Center. Or last center? The center. He's the center. She's the center? I don't... They are a center. Okay. I fucked up. Okay. We did it. We got it. We also have Boss Soul guy that's near here. I don't have a fragrant branch for him. Also, developers, what is this? What are we doing here? You make this little alcove kind of thing, and it's not an illusory wall? Get out of here. I reject that theory. I mean, I guess for them they're going, aha! You thought this would be a room. It is not. It's like, yeah, okay. You're very crafty. Oh ho! This one heads outside, and there's another pursuer. If I remember correctly. Let's fuck up that pursuer as well. Right on time. Oh, we fell right out of it. I am very starved for stamina. Can I get a stagger on this bitch? No, I cannot. Not that. Well, actually, I do like that attack. Alright, heal up, heal up, heal up. Heal up! Okay, we'll just get behind him. Woo, baby! His head's through the wall. It's fine. Twink tight. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the useless item again. I'm not gonna go back that way. That's back way earlier. Oh, I love the run attack on this. The second, the follow-up attack is so cool. Actually, this ring is clutch. But now I am fat rolling. Pursuer is such a fun fight. I honestly don't mind that we fight him 50 different times. I gotta say, that's actually true. I think my first playthrough, I was like, this bitch won't quit. And then, the more you face him, you're like, no, this guy's kind of fun. I like this guy. He's persistent. And also, anytime I would complain about it, I'm like, well, it's in the name. You know, I can't get mad at him. God, my guy looks so basic right now. He looks not interesting at all. Oh, we're coming up on the Blossom Kite Shield. I need it. Hey, hats off to them for not naming it Grass Crest Shield. Like, okay, they're switching it up. But that's what it is. Best shield in the game. Well, there's another one that gives stamina regen, actually. I found that out very recently. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope, don't be like that. Don't. Okay, I know there was a guy there. Is this the troll room again? Oh, okay, no, there's an item. I will not drop down. I don't care about that. Let's one-shot the Lost Center. This is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy peasy. I have 19k. Alright, little touch and go, little touch and go. Risk it for the biscuit. I gotta make it more interesting. Alright. No thanks. No thanks. Alright, Taurus Demon. Looking like that. Oh, yeah, you're from the other side, aren't you? Okay. Oh, I didn't even get the... Or no. Hold on. Alright, we're rolling, we're rolling. Centers rise, hell yeah. I remember getting here on my first playthrough, and I was just begging for a bonfire. I had been lost and wandering, and I was like, I just... Oh, what's up, guys? Oh, yeah, you guys are the, copycat gargoyles. Okay. Oh, and in this area, I can show you one of the worst textures, if not the worst texture in the entire game. It's right around here. Let's just rest. I'm not gonna spend the souls. I want it to be risky bisky. Okay, we'll take that damage. Yeah, let me show you the worst texture in the game. And there's no real reason for it. I think it's actually just an oversight by the dev team, it seems. There's no good reason for it. But let me... Oh. Alright, let me just get my ass kicked. Even at +2, this thing fucks. Okay. So you'll see right here, this is after a 2x upscale. So it is currently 4K by 4K. Now, as you'll notice, it spans the entire wall of this giant ass building. And when you get real close, it's real ugly. But what doesn't make any sense is that you go right here and it's super crispy. Even the base texture. Like before my upscaling, this was already a really good texture. There's just no real good reason for it. Yeah, exactly. Mortal Cross, yeah. It's very odd. It's just one where, like, I get it was behind a corner and, you know, it seemed like they were just like, all right, paste it on. Also, you'll notice that, like, it looks like there's windows up there that are actual geometry. And then they just decided to, like, some of them are just flat textures. So, or are they? I think they are. Yeah. I don't know. So I get that development was really hard for this game, and the fact that it exists at all is a blessing because from everything we've heard, it just seems like it was an absolute nightmare. So I will let them slide on that one. This is one where I might have to like manually fix this one. Because we have good textures right next to it. So just a small thing to note. Let's go back. That was my other mod idea. I think I talked about it yesterday, but in case I didn't, one thing that I find really annoying with the like hot bar system here, or quick use bar. I'm not gonna get that item. I don't think it's actually anything good if I remember. No, what really annoys me is that when you're on the quick bar here, you put them on your bar, but then once you've used all of the life gems, it just kicks them off the bar. I really hate that. And the fact that they didn't use 3D windows, yeah, exactly. Yeah, low where you would see them. Exactly. You would assume use them high up where no one is going to like angle the camera. But I would have to attribute that to, I think, the sprint that they had at the end to get the game like even released at all. I think probably explains a lot of that. So I feel for them, and I hope that most of them are still working at From Software. I don't know if there's ever been like someone looking into it that could report that. Of course, we have Tanamura. You know, he went on obviously to, I believe he was a co-director on. I was actually looking at the credits for Dark Souls 3. I was watching somebody finish it. And in the credits, Tanamura is a co-director of Dark Souls 3 as well. I didn't know that. I know he was a co-director on Elden Ring, but I didn't realize he was for Dark Souls 3. I don't know, it kind of undercuts the theory that like Dark Souls 3 was somehow a response to the mixed reaction to Dark Souls 2. Like, that's just factually inaccurate. Dark Souls 2, you can look at the Metacritic right now. It's great. Like, it has great scores. It was very well received. So, I think people have kind of made that into like a whole bigger thing than it really was. And then they basically just projected that onto FromSoft. Oh, they didn't really like Dark Souls 2 either, and so they made Dark Souls 3 as a reaction. I'm like, no. It's miraculous so many FromSoft games get released as solid as they are, considering the time crunch and work conditions they're always under. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely one where I think is the negative, where I'm like, if I had my way, FromSoft, you would... Well, then again, I'm like, I don't want to change the way that you guys make games, because you've had arguably one of the best runs of any developer ever in making some of the best games of all time in a relatively short span, all things considered. And so that's like when people complain about the Dark Souls game engine, you know, the main one that they use, not exactly Dark Souls 2's, but their game engine, like, yeah, people give it shit, but it also enables them to make amazing games. So, like, shit on it all you want, it enables them to do some insane shit. Really high quality, so. I would, like, people were like, oh, but what if FromSoft switched to Unreal? I'm like, first of all, Unreal, they tend to think that game engines are like magic, and that they handle all of the problems. I'm like, no, you could make a really shitty Unreal game. I promise you. It's not going to solve all your problems. It's how you use it. So, I will say Unreal, obviously, I am not a game dev. Obviously, Mortal Crux, you could talk to this, or speak to this way better than I could, I'm sure, 100%. But, like, there's just no way that they're like, oh, the game engine, you know, it's 100% going to fix everything and do everything for you. No. Also, my cat is trying to annoy the hell out of me doing something while I'm in a boss fight. Classic. But no, I just really dislike the constant oh my god, imagine if this was in Unreal 5. I'm like, that, it's not like they could just drop the assets and it's gonna be amazing. No. Epic would tell you that, to be fair. I mean, if they went on record. But I also understand that, like, it's in the weeds kind of stuff that most people are just never gonna... Okay, I gotta shut up. I gotta shut up. I gotta really shut up. I gotta buckle down here. Hold on. Alright, we're cooking his ass now. Alright, life gems all the way, baby. Shh. Cat, you are trying to distract me at the all-time worst. I also have no ADP. I have not leveled it at all, and it is showing. Oh, there we go, baby! A lot of people misunderstand the role game engines play in being good or not, in the game being good or not. Absolutely, like Unreal 5 equal perfectly made hit game. Yeah, it's no. No, it is not. Like, if we had the Kristalla game dev team in the chat, they'd be like, hell no, it isn't. Also, you can have an Unreal game come out and be busted. Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, both Unreal 4 admittedly, but like, shader compilation is obviously the Achilles heel of the Unreal Engine. They obviously, some of them, like Returnal on PC, pre-compiled it at launch as you should. Like Jedi Survivor had a pre-compilation little screen, but it did it every single time, which was dumb and is exactly opposite of the idea. You shouldn't have to compile it every time. UE5 has some amazing stuff, absolutely. But so many modern engines these days are capable of incredible results. Yes. I think the thing I'm worried about most is I don't want there to not be like bespoke game engines anymore. I like that Crytek has its own engine. I think it's really cool that Final Fantasy XVI was made on its own engine, which seems to be a hybrid of the Final Fantasy XIV engine plus heavy modifications. I don't want it to be where we all have the same game engine. I think that sucks. So no, FromSoft, please keep using your own. Oh, I just found a texture I need to upscale. I gotta remember to come back to this area. Which, by the way, a really cool feature I'll show real quick. Rockstar's Rage engine. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm glad Rockstar has not moved away from that. Yeah. I will say I haven't really found myself terribly interested in Rockstar games ever since. I mean, I played GTA 5 when it came out, I guess, but yeah, on a technical perspective, wizards, absolutely no doubt. Red Dead Redemption 2, crazy simulation they got going on there. Oh, Fragrant Branch of Yore, hell yeah. No, so Unreal 5, the features that I'm most excited about with that is sort of a lot of the things they're doing are going to essentially free up development time to do other things. That's more what I'm excited about. Being able to get awesome graphical results and obviously mechanical related things too, quicker. And so enabling smaller development teams to make a higher quality seeming game, I think is probably the biggest element to it that I am genuinely excited about. Whereas, like, I think a perfect example, let's go back to Majula. A perfect example for me is BioWare being forced to use the Frostbite engine for 2 games. Well, 3 games, actually. Dragon Age Inquisition, which, as we now know, they crawled over broken glass to use that game engine. They were very clear about, like, there were certain people on the team that were actually wishing for that game to fail so that they would learn a lesson from it. And Frostbite was a big part of that. They had to make things from scratch because it was obviously geared as an FPS engine. And so then what blows my mind is that they go through that with Dragon Age Inquisition. Then we get to Mass Effect Andromeda, which admittedly was a separate team. Everyone hates working in Frostbite, right? That's what I hear all of the time, consistently. It is just crawling over broken glass. But no, so Mass Effect Andromeda, it's done by a new team. They're separate. But apparently, they seemingly had to make it all from scratch again. All of the tools to do a third-person shooter, which I understand, obviously different games between Inquisition. But from what I have heard, like, not a lot was shared, and they just had to reinvent the wheel again. And it was horrible. And it caused issues with the game. And obviously, as we know, when the game came out, there were busted things left and right. And I also don't think it was a terribly good game. Combat was pretty decent, but it didn't feel like the Mass Effect games that I knew of. And then you get to Anthem. Once again, they reinvent the wheel. Like, it blows my mind. And then when we found out that they had essentially made Anthem, like, in 18 months, that was insane to me. I was like, and so they obviously crunched so insanely hard. And so obviously I'm happy to hear that I think the first developer really under EA was Respawn, that was able and allowed to use Unreal and was not forced to use Frostbite for Jedi Fallen Order. And that seems to sort of unlocked the option for BioWare in the future with Mass Effect 4. I think it's been released that they're using Unreal. Thank God, because I want Mass Effect 4 to be good. I really do. I'm really pulling for that, because currently I'm on the fence when it comes to Dragon Age Dreadwolf, I think it's called.
You have acquired the soul.
I enjoyed Dragon Age 1.
That is more
I
than most
heard from my
people
brother
see.
that Dragon Age 2, not great. I personally don't really blame BioWare for that, as they were basically told by EA to, hey, you got a year, can you bang out an entire game? Is that cool? Well, that's what happens when you're only given a year. Like, it's a lot less ambitious, and it lost a lot of the charm of Dragon Age 1. I honestly think Dragon Age Origins is a key, like, what am I thinking of? Candidate, there you go. I think it's a key candidate for a remake, because it was based on a really old engine. It doesn't really look that good. But the storytelling and the voice acting absolutely holds up. And if you could update that game for like a modern audience, I think it'd be perfect. I was actually never a big fan of the combat, to be honest, but I also didn't like the combat in Knights of the Old Republic, so I'm probably in the minority on that, or maybe not. I mean, it's pretty not great, but it was a product of the time. We have to remember that. Alright, let's get a little vitality too. Let's get a little vigor. I'm still not doing ADP, I refuse. I will do my first playthrough with not leveling ADP up. I want to be like those Chad memes of Dark Souls 2 players where they put the Ferrum helmet on the big Chad guy. That's me. Could you please restock your Titanite shards? I'm begging you. Please. That's all I want. I guess we'll find some at some point. Well, let me check on Cat Lady. I don't think I've talked to her yet. The cat ring would be a good idea. Oh, I forgot to get the key for this little manor there. Forgot that. There's an Estus shirt in there. Be right back 1 second. Need to open my door for my cat. Hell yeah. Good for you. See, we're on the same page. I have to do that for my cats all the time. Hey, what's up, kitty cat?
Undead, are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about to fall apart,
Oh my god, I almost killed the cat.
Not exactly. Well, You may call me Shalqua. So,
Enchanté? What do you want anyway? I would like. Also, apparently I smell. Not in real life, I promise. HP defeated from... Ooh, I'll buy that. Let's do that.
satisfied? I'll be
I am
around
satisfied,
if you
yes.
come back.
Oh, hold on. There should be a Titanite shard in Homeboy's room. Or house. Or shack. Or whatever the hell we call this. Is this shack? A hideaway? A hut? No, it's bigger than that. Alright. Titanite shard +1. We can also go yoink. Look at this game, guys. Look at this lighting. Like, the textures aren't going to show up on Twitch at all. 6K bitrate, I ain't going to do anything. But when it comes to the actual lighting, oh, come on. This mod is doing the work. I love it. Oh, wow. Alright. Wow, I've already been going for like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Hell yeah. Thank you for anyone who's watching. I'm very new to the Twitch game. This is only really my second actual stream.
Larger, more powerful.
No, third stream? Yeah, third stream. Whatever. So to have anyone watching, that's sick. That's cool. I know there's a lot of people on Twitch. My heart goes out to them. Like, they're so cool. They stream to nobody most of the time. That's what I was prepared to do, quite honestly. You stream to literally no one just in the hope that someone shows up and stays, you know? You never know. Alright, let's level up. We found the primal bonfire, which means we need to go a different way. So there's falling down the hole. There's then the shaded woods. I want to say the shaded woods is the next option, maybe? I think so. Well, I do have the fragrant branch of yours, so let's see where I'm at on time. Oh, I can do another upgrade on the weapon. Oh, I think that'll get me into large Titanite territory, which is awesome. Is there back here? No, I already opened it. Okay. Woohoo! We're on the large Titanites. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's go to Macduff really quickly, actually. That is a good call. So we did Lost Center. That's the end of that track. Let's go to McDufferson. I back. Welcome back. I realized I had enough Titanite shards, or titty shards, as I call them. I got the +3 and then the +4, and now I go to the guy with infinite large Titanite shards hidden in his room somewhere. And do I... Old Dragon Slayer. I'm gonna eat the Old Dragon Slayer soul, not himself. I'm not Gale. Or Radon for that matter. Actually, Mortal Crux, I do have a question. I don't think I've asked. What is, out of the From Software games, post Demon Souls, of course, not their older games, what would be your tier list if you had to make your tier list of FromSoft games, Demon Souls and later? I'd be very curious in that. Okay, so I ate that one. How much do I need? Oh, I need 2 of them. Okay. Interesting. That was more expensive than I thought they were. Okay. Upgrade. Now I need 3. I'll eat the Lost Center, so that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Let's eat that.
fled.
I gave you the dull ember. I honestly think you should be okay with that. Let's buy 3 of them. Okay, good. We're up to Titanite chunks, and that's gonna bring us a long way. Yeah, I guess we'll go to shaded woods. Kind of spacing on the different ways we can go. I don't want to do the gutter yet, or Grave of Saints. I don't fully remember the order of it. Let's buy life gems while we're here. Oh, she's got the good ones, but no, I'll buy 34 basic ones, the easy peasy ones. Okay, we got 40 life gems, 6 of a +1 flask. We're actually pretty well set up here. So let's run this way. We have a fragrant branch of yore for stone lady. Let's go get that. I also love that this guy has the fake moonlight greatsword. I think that's so cool. That's just an interesting little design choice there. Let's just have a fake one rolling around. Oh, I'm close to being able to wear that. Admittedly, I've played far more Kingsfield. Oh, that's so cool. And Shadow Tower. You are a stronger person than I. I tried emulating, I think, Shadow Tower. I found it very hard. DS1 is my most played of the modern games. I've still not had time to play Elden Ring because I've been too busy with development. I mean, judging by your Twitter posts and the sheer quantity and the quality, I can see that. You are very much busy with that, which I don't blame you there. Elden Ring, yeah, that is easily. I've spent 400, 500 hours. It is, it's something else. I think it's the one, admittedly, I have the most time in Elden Ring, but do I consider it the most replayable? No. Like there's so much to see there, but it's odd because it's open world. The lack of discovery through a second playthrough it affects me more because now I know exactly where to get the Academy Glintstone key, to then get to Renala, to then go to the Runestrewn Precipice, to then get to Lanedale, or Altus Plateau. Like, it's in my mind now, and because so much of it can be optional, I don't know. Like, there's more of a charm for me to like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, that replaying them, I'm able to just replay them on loop. Weirdly enough. Actually, there's something weird going on with this lady. Let me take a screenshot of this. I want to remember this. Because her face is lit up, and then her skin is... I don't know. I think her face texture is... a little, that's an interesting point. Yeah, it's something I've thought about a lot. In that, why don't I enjoy Elden Ring replays as much as I enjoy all of the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne? Well, and even Demon Souls for that matter. I've replayed Demon Souls quite a bit. The least out of the, Souls series. But, okay, cough it up.
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm glad I screenshotted that. I'm gonna look into why she's jacked up.
I'm fine. Really, I am.
But yeah, I don't know. It does bum me out a little bit that...
My name is Rosabeth.
Because I do think, like, my first playthrough of Elden Ring
For rescuing
is the
me.
best gaming experience I've ever had. I can confirm that. I think what they made with that game is just...
I still haven't thanked you.
It's unbelievable.
Well,
I
I'm
don't know...
pyromancy,
I don't know how they did it.
so
And when you install it, it's like,
Could consider this my thanks.
I think it's like 48 gigabytes. With, compared to other modern games that have a fraction of the content, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm assuming it's really intelligent reusing of meshes to where you don't need to obviously store like a mesh 5,000 times, you know, if you're just going to reuse it or something like that. Like there's clearly, oh, okay, actually, oh, one shot, okay. It's all going according to plan. Maybe not. Oh god, they got their little sack hanging out. Yeah, modern games are 150 gigabytes now. Yeah. And I do understand that, like, yeah, textures are clearly, you know, the bulk of a lot of it, right? Oh, actually, she looks more normal. Oh, that's weird. She looks normal. Very not normal. I'm gonna send this to the lighting engine guy. Because I don't think it's actually, it's not a texture problem. Her skin, her body is not actually, it seems like it's not responding the same way as her face texture is. Interesting. Very weird. But yeah, like 150 gigabytes, like that is obviously more of an issue on the consoles. Where you're like, god damn. I had a Series S there for a while. Really enjoyed it. But the 500 gigabyte hard drive, yikes. And the amount of uncompressed audio some games use is insane. That is weird. Yes. I think her, if I remember correctly, with the, like when I don't, oh, I'm not in editor mode. If I was in the editor mode, I could actually capture the scene and then pull up all the different render slices. And yeah, I believe her face is different than her body, then is different than her legs, and so I should be able to pinpoint if there is a texture issue. If it's not, I'll send it along to the dev of the lighting engine, because sometimes, you know, neither one of them are the final version. Uncompressed audio, interesting. I didn't know that. I'm assuming the reason they're uncompressing it is, you know, obviously uncompressed audio would be higher quality, but from what I know of the codecs we've had for quite a while, and even some of the, obviously the more recent codecs, or not codecs, but like the compression techniques, like they're pretty good. And to the human ear, most people, like barely anyone are audiophiles, right? That is a very small community. So I'm surprised they're not compressing them in some way. God bless texture compression. Although I kind of goofed up on my texture mod. As I was doing it, my initial workflow was really shitty. And it turns out that basically most of them are using BC3 compression, which is still fine, because BC7, they're not smaller file sizes. It's just better quality. But these seem fine, and obviously, not that it matters. But of course, BC3 being supported on more, you know, older GPUs. But this is a DX11 game, so it doesn't fucking matter. That call. Oh my god, employee of the month. Jesus Christ. Settle down. Oh, man, this weapon's got a sick moveset. Are you flinging your poop? That is only supposed to happen at the zoo. No one saw that whiff. No one. Oh, Ferrous Lockstone. I think that's my first one. God. Hey, let's keep it rolling. We got a little friend area. Okay, okay. Proud Knight. Sweet. An effigy. Okay, we're gonna get to a new bonfire, and then we're gonna go through in big fog zone. Now that I know where I'm going by this point. Because that is towards Drangleic Castle. This is the Aldia's Keep. And then this one heads toward Shaded Ruins. God, let me run back, jeez. Yeah, uncompressed audio can add up quick for eating into memory. Even just a little compression drastically cuts down. Yeah. And the vast majority of people will never be able to notice, especially with how many sounds are usually overlapping in games. 100%, yeah. And yeah, that is odd to me that they just... I wonder if it's just an oversight? Like, why would you not compress the audio? Like, it's certainly not a problem of having the hardware to decode it. Like, yeah, that's definitely not an issue on the audio side at all. You have pretty wide support there, and specifically on consoles. Like, that's just not an issue. So I could be missing something. I'm not the most knowledgeable on that topic, so I am not an authority when it comes to that. But I feel like you compress most things. Like, that's just a giant part of game dev is compression. You compress as much as you can. No one wants... well, actually, I have to say, that is actually something going back to Unreal Engine 5. That, like, the ability to use the nanite system and just use, like, cinema quality assets. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I mean, if you can take away the need to pay a ton of people to consistently make LODs for meshes. I mean, I'm sure you can obviously have certain tools, but if you want to, like, fine-tune it, of course. Many engines default to uncompressed audio when you drop files in, so likely it's just an oversight they didn't go back and optimize. Yeah, I could see that. Like, that's just one where they go, there's bigger fish to fry. So I do get that. I've heard that can also be an oversight. Maybe not an oversight, but it's just the product of, you know, you're always rushing to release the game and do it on time, and publisher agreements and all that. But specifically, like with Unreal scripting, they'll have like the visual language version of it, and then they forgot to go back and convert it into the more optimized code. That seems to be a lot. Like Jedi Survivor, I don't know how I finished that game. I finished it like right when it came out, and that was a busted ass experience. Just horrible performance. And it's one of those cases where people think that DLSS and FSR2 and ZSS or XESS are like cure-alls for performance, and it's like, no, they are not. And to be fair, NVIDIA would tell you that, AMD would tell you that. It does not fix CPU-related bottlenecks. It's just not a function of it. It can lessen GPU load, but if you have the most dog shit CPU optimization, ain't. Okay. Oh, it just curses me a little bit? Oh, okay. I thought it like killed me. Well, alright. Who gives a shit then? Yeah, LOD work can be rough. Being in Unity, I have to be very conscious of poly counts. Yeah, Unity is admittedly probably the engine I know the least about, because I just don't see a lot of... I feel like I don't see as many projects using it, but then again, I think it's more popular in the indie space. But like on the more AAA scale, I guess I just don't really hear about it. But then again, there's obviously tons of choices for engines, and I don't know, but I'm glad there's options for developers of all different sizes. I don't want Unreal to be the only choice. And I think they do good work. I don't care how good they are. I don't want them to be the only choice. I want games to have a wonderful variety. Different. I mean, like if they're all based on the same engine, Digital Foundry videos would be vastly more boring. And I enjoy my Digital Foundry videos. Oh, Ferris Lockstone. Hell yeah. Just a little curse. Yeah, it's a flesh wound. Just a little curse. It's a cute little curse. Thank God it's not DS3 or DS1 style. Specifically DS1. God. Having my health bar, I mean Demon Soul style realistically, but trying to get that curse fixed, God. Especially in a randomizer. I've done a lot of DS1 randomizer runs. Those are infinitely fun. But when you're hard up for a purging stone, oh, no thanks. It sucks. Yeah, I could break through the floor. Or I just go straight for the boss. God, I'm doing some great damage. No, 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 no. Hey, nope. Nope. Okay, guys. Chill. Alright, let's go beat up Scorpion Lady. She's basically, I mean, I'm not gonna call her Quelaag 2.0. She's like, I think she's Quelaag 0.5. She's an imitation. She's a tribute band. Quelaag is the true lady freak monster that I'd probably still, I might hit it. I don't know. She seems cool. She's got family issues though. Yeah, I've been working in Unity for a little over a decade now. Mesh size is limited to 65,535 vertices. Really? Interesting. I guess I wouldn't have. Yeah, I guess I don't know that much about Unity. That is an interesting. I'm wondering. I don't know this at all, but I guess how does that compare to the other popular engines? I would assume. It just sounds like not a lot. Huh. Oh, alright. I guess I didn't expect like a hard limit either. Figured like they would just let you do it and then have dog shit performance if you know, put in like a cinema quality asset and they were like, no, you're gonna need to provide me a lower poly version of this. Okay, I sometimes forget that I have trouble with her. Okay. I don't like your moveset. What is that? Man, I do good damage though. Oh shit. Woo! Ow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, alright. Yeah, we're just gonna tank this. I'm gonna do the sloppiest possible boss fight. Oh no, don't go underground. No one likes that. What's that mean? No one like that? What's the fallout? Oh. At least you don't explode like Quelaag. That's pretty nice. Alright. It's definitely my biggest gripe of... Oh, no. Oh, she still got me? Oh, no. Shit. Range. Oh, she quit. Alright, I'm gonna spend my heals here. Yeesh. Woo! This is a terrible, terrible boss attempt. I mean, I'll kill her, but it's not gonna be pretty. No. Don't go away! I need to drink my soda. Don't attack me. Thank you. Yeah, so it's my biggest gripe with DS2 is certainly the base game boss quality. I just don't think they're very good or memorable. You know, it's part of the reason I have more time in DS2 than any, I think, is my early game playthroughs took me a lot longer, because the real bosses are the areas, specifically in Scholar, where they basically were like, our methodology is a bang bus. That seems to be the real methodology. It was like, what if we just like copy paste a lot of enemies everywhere? That'll make it really tough. It's like, yes, but it's not as much the fun kind of difficulty. And I do think that's where I think they were too focused on, and I'm talking on my ass on this one. I don't actually know, but my feeling is that because they were a different team, I feel like they were a little bit too focused on, well, Dark Souls is tough, so we need to make a tough game. It's like, yeah, I think you have the wrong version of what tough is supposed to be. With UE5, the poly count is basically infinite. Yes, that's true. That is the one example I do know of where I'm like, yeah, basically with Nanite, yeah. Now, how they're doing it, well, I've heard them explain it. I can't admit that I really understand it, but I go, that is cool. I like that. UE4, I would be curious what the limitations are, which actually reminds me, I love the Unreal Engine 3 tech demos. I love Unreal Engine 3. I thought like, you can obviously tell like an Unreal Engine 3 game, but I also think it was like one of the golden eras of gaming was the PS3 360 generation. Of course, Unreal 3 running really badly on PS3 for most of the generation, but there's a tech demo. It's like the last tech demo they ever did for Unreal 3. I think it was called The Samaritan. That thing looks great today. It's crazy. You know, like, say what you want, but I think I think that looks better than some Unreal 4 games. But of course, it was very specifically built to be a tech demo. It wasn't meant to be a game, and it obviously was not a whole experience, and it wouldn't run on anything, so. But I think a great example is Batman Arkham Knight being like the most heavily modified version of Unreal 3 ever. But to this day, it looks amazing. Like, you know, that's certainly the argument for art design over raw graphical fidelity. Yeah, Epic has the best tech demos. Yeah, they really do. They always. I remember the first. Well, I don't know if it's the first one, but the first one I remember of Unreal 4. It was like this big medieval style monster or something, and he was in the middle of a volcano or something. It was in a stone building or something, and it like exploded and lava went everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, this is so crazy. That was really cool. Of course, Unreal 4's had some issues, but I mean, it seems like it's not even a contest that Unreal 4 is the most widespread and popular game engine we've ever seen in terms of industry adoption. Like, and hopefully Unreal 5 obviously continues with that, and I think we will see that. But Unreal 4 has to be the most documented engine ever in terms of just how many people use it. Snowy Castle won in the volcano. Yeah. That was so cool. That was you know, now that we have like time to look back at the Xbox One, PS4 generation, it is kind of crazy that they really just went like tripled down on GPU power and then completely just biffed it on the CPUs. Like, you know, AMD is a great partner for consoles. Don't get me wrong. I think they're the perfect partner for
Is
that.
that a shard you found?
God, those Jaguar cores were just
Let me see it.
rough. Oh
So
my
that I may
God,
help you
they were,
to see
and
light.
obviously they were like
To see
two generations newer than the original
However
Bulldozer
faint it might be.
architecture when that came out. The Phenoms and the boy, I remember living through those days. Now AMD is obviously, you know, insane, but I remember owning their stock when they were on the verge of bankruptcy. And so it's insane to see where AMD is today. All right, let's dump a little bit into Vigma. Actually, I think I'll probably end the stream here. Yeah, I've done 3 hours, which that seems doable, and I don't hate my life, and I enjoyed it, and I'm not tired. So I don't know. And we also had, I think this is probably the most successful stream in terms of viewers. So I love that, and love all the people that were hanging out. You know, Mortal Crux, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm calling it here. I'm gonna make sure I retweet one of your posts. I don't know why I haven't done it before. If I have, I forgot. But I'm gonna do it. I made one for Kristalla because I was like, no, of course my Twitter account has near that many followers, but anyone who can see it, I hope they wishlist your game because it looks absolutely sick. And I think and specifically because anybody who watches my streams are going to be Souls people, most likely. And so I want to push them towards Mortal Crux because, oh my god, it looks cool. It looks so cool. It's like this weird Dark Souls Diablo hybrid for me. Just like, mostly just because the camera angle, to be honest. But no worries, man. Yeah. I know, I have a terrible memory, but I've always seen them and I'm like, I should retweet it. But dude, honestly, amazing work. The game looks awesome. And so I'm sure it's been just an absolute monumental effort. But hopefully you're getting a lot of wish lists. And yeah, I can't wait to see where it goes. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. That sums it up well, yeah. But man, no, I'm eagerly following it. And I will stream the hell out of that game. When there's like a demo or something, hell yeah. Well, and the full game, obviously. But anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone watching. Have a great day. Let's be kind to everybody. Let's be nice. And yeah, hopefully you have a sick, nasty rest of your day, relaxing. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for more big dumper action from this guy. And then eventually we'll plan to beat the game on this guy. Feeling good. But anyway, see you later. Have fun.